Hello and welcome to Astrology Chatting Live. It's your Pisces MC, Trevor Quincy. Today is Friday, August 25th, 2023. And we have our charts ready and up. Oh, what is this? My internet wants to not work today, but it's working. Right now we have our sun at 2 degrees Virgo. We have our moon at 19 degrees Sagittarius. We have Mercury at 21 degrees Virgo. We have Venus at 13 degrees Leo in retrograde. We have Mars at 28 degrees of Virgo, slowly ingressing into Libra. I'm kind of excited for it to go into Libra. It's going to be going into my fourth house in my tropical, but like where I'm relocated, it's going into my fifth house. So I'm kind of excited for that. Why does this keep popping up? So let me exit that. It won't let me, so I'll just continue. Okay, Jupiter's at Taurus 15 degrees. We have Saturn at 3 degrees in Pisces. And then we also have Uranus in Taurus at 23 degrees, Neptune 26 retrograde in Pisces, Pluto 28 retrograde Capricorn. All right, we're just waiting for everybody to come in. Then we're going to get chat started, with lives, readings. And then we also have readings for $15 today, TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. I'm already ready for Mercury retrograde to be over. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see people coming in. Hello. Hi. Hi. Welcome. Where's everybody joining in from? While we wait for that, we will definitely go here and see what's going on in our sky. We still have a grand trine in the earth signs. Pluto's throwing a grand trine to Mercury and Mars especially. It's also throwing a grand trine to the MC currently, but I'm not paying attention to the MC because that's going to change within the next 4 minutes. So right now we do have that grand trine from Mars to Pluto, as well as Mercury to Pluto as well. Communication can definitely be transformative for people during this time as well. It is Mercury retrograde, so people can definitely be coming in from the past. Now, this is communication that could help you on a psychological level or a physical, in your personal development journey, I should say. It could come with a bit of frustration, could come with some conflict or some disputes, but it can definitely be resolved if people are on the same page. It can also lead to success and achievement if used correctly. Now, this is also in a grand trine with Uranus and Jupiter and Taurus. So this can also include helping your worth and value. This can also be something that can help people materially, if in the case that they are putting in the work towards what it is that they'd want. Now, with Pluto being in Capricorn, this can bring the best of both worlds. This can bring people that really like you, that really like what you're doing in your career status, like I see in life's work. This can also bring people that may project because they see something within you that they don't see within themselves. Just don't give into the projection during that time. This grand trine is going to be activated by Mars, of course, as well as Mercury retrograde. Neptune is actually activating this grand trine for you right now. So right now, pay attention to your dreams. Definitely work on that communication that you have with the universe as far as developing that relationship as well. On to sidereal, sun is at 2 degrees Virgo, moon is at 19 degrees Sagittarius. Just kidding. That is actually the tropical. Let's see sidereal. All right, so for sidereal, sun is at 8 degrees Leo, sun is at a critical degree, moon is at 25 degrees Scorpio, Mercury 27 Leo retrograde, Venus 19 Cancer retrograde, Mars 4 Virgo, Mars is at a critical degree, Jupiter 21 Aries, Saturn 9 Aquarius retrograde, Saturn's at a critical degree, Uranus 28 Aries, Neptune 2 Pisces retrograde, Pluto 4 Capricorn retrograde. We have a lot of planets in retrograde, and it's soon to be 5. Uranus is, I think in September or early October, Uranus is going to be retrograde, and then Jupiter is also going to be retrograde come September 4th. I know we're all excited for that, aren't we? But how's everybody's Mercury retrograde going so far? Just waiting for people here. Seeing. Everyone's quiet today. I made it. Yes, you did. Welcome. Just waiting for people to come in. Just sent a DM. Oh wait, I should get my my iPad. So BRB. Oh, by the way, if you're sending DMs on TikTok, I will not see them until after the live. So here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's my PayPal. Let me put my IG here. Instagram for DMs is at TRZO. And then we're just gonna do a little trick here to send to that. And we're gonna do that. All right, there we go. So just make that more centered. All right, so I'm gonna leave this up. I'm just going to go get my iPad. I'll be right back. know what about every one of you. What is understood and nothing's more than you. All right, here we go. Doing good. How can Jupiter retrograde affect Jupiter and Gemini in the 11th house? Well, this Jupiter retrograde is said to bring blessings, but this is also going to come after introspection. Remember, any planet that's in retrograde tends to reverse its roles and makes the planet stronger. When Jupiter is in retrograde, this could constrict any expansion at that time because it is causing you to go within to figure out what you may believe in. When it is in the 11th house, this may hold back any experiences from the outside world, any opportunities that may try to come in, or this can just be any blessings that are coming in from when Jupiter was direct earlier this year. So anything that you did pertaining to the 11th house this year, and if it served right in the universe, you can actually be getting a blessing during this time. Now, I will say with it being in Gemini, just pay attention to your media environment, definitely pay attention to your friends, watch for spreading misinformation, and definitely watch for spreading any gossip during this time as well. Is that your Cash App as well? My Cash App is TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. All right. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to add it to the description because every time I go live, I just start it. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Just sent a DM. Okay, so yeah, my Instagram for DMs, that's TRZO, TRESCZO. And then for Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, that's going to be TRZO LLC, okay? Let's go back here. So we're going to just do Q&A right now until we get people to start the readings. And then we're going to go start with that. So how's everybody doing right now? Hello, hello. My BF left me to be with his ex, so this retrograde is going to be great. We are still in Venus retrograde too. We will be in Venus retrograde, I believe, until September 18th, you know? So this is definitely a great time to explore what you would like in relationships, especially if it's in your 7th house, your 3rd house, or your 11th house, since they trine the 7th as well too. Let's see here. Is that your Cash App as well? I already answered that question. Okay, so for those that sent, as I said, for those that sent DMs, if you sent it on TikTok, I will not be able to see it until after this live. Okay, what do you think about all the engagements happening right now during Venus retrograde? This could, you know what, as I said, retrogrades can tend to bring things like this, blessings in some people's lives. If people feel that it's right for them, then go all for it. I just keep seeing a lot of people getting engaged during this time. A lot of, again, this could also be like people returning from your past. So if the situation best serves you, then by all means go through it. Me personally, I'm not trying to get married during a Venus retrograde unless I fully know that this person is right. You know what I mean? But Venus in retrograde, that can definitely happen. Engagements, leveling up in a relationship can happen as well. But it usually comes after some sort of introspection or people not really knowing, you know, where things, or like how it's coming in. Okay, give me 1 second. I just got to add somebody to the list because we have somebody for the lives. All right, give me 1 second. Bear with. Let me know, did you get, yeah, I did. I just got yours. I'm going to add to the list. Oh, where did it just go? Bear with. Okay, there we go. What do you think about Saturn in the 11th house and Jupiter in the 7th? Love your content, by the way. Thank you. Tell your friends. Stop there. So I'm going to start with Saturn in the 11th house. Saturn in the 11th house is actually a very lucky placement with Saturn. This does give karmic lessons through friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. But the main purpose is consistency and commitment to whatever it is that you're doing. You need to continue to do it despite any results being shown. It's a little like Saturn in the 10th house, but it's not at the same degree, because Saturn in the 10th will make you work for years on end to develop your craft, and you may not see anything come through right away. Whereas with Saturn in the 11th house, you'll always have that support there, and it tends to grow the more you're consistent with whatever it is that you're doing. It usually pertains to your hopes and wishes being fulfilled. With Saturn in the 11th, if in the case that you're in the wrong and your support system is telling you, hey, you may want to watch out for this, and you don't listen to them, this is when they can take a step back from supporting you. So definitely just be cautious of that. With Jupiter in the 7th house, this can bring an abundance of other people into your life. But remember, the 7th house is all groups of people. It is not just one type of energy. Yes, we have what is it? We have like a sign that rules over our 7th house, but you're going to get all versions of that sign. So say, for instance, if you have Capricorn in your 7th house, you're going to get all versions of Capricorn, healed, unhealed, wounded, unwounded. You're going to get all those types of variations there. And with Jupiter, you're going to learn more about your life's path, your life's experience through that as well. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just adding people to the list because we have people coming in. So once we get started, oh, Michelle, we see that you're in Dallas, Texas. Come on, we love Texas here. All right, keep asking questions. Is it too late to send in my request? No, we just started. We just started 10 minutes ago. So you're all great. All good, all great. All right. Oh, yeah, continue to ask questions. Oh, also let me know your big 3. Now, I haven't done my poll in like, I don't know how long. Come on, Dallas. That's right. Yes. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. But I haven't done the poll in I don't know how long. I don't think I'm going to start it this year, too. But if in the case, let me know what your big 3 is. Am I going to observe it? I don't know. Stay tuned, you know. But while we wait for more people to come in, we're going to start with our first reading. We have Trevion. We both have Trev in our names. Okay, I can exit these out since they're not really having... they're not really liking my Wi-Fi. All right. Okay, be sure also when you are, oh no, you already sent yours through Instagram, but just as a reiteration, if in the case that you are sending your birth chart information, just be sure to include your birth date, time, and location. For example, if you were born on January 1st, 2000, you could just list it in that order, then 250, and if you were born in New York, you're a native New Yorker. All right, for international birthdays, I know that you guys do day, month, year. I just ask that you format it month, day, year, all right? All right, let's say here, let's say Trevion, I'm replying right back to you, but I have your information here, so we're just going to enter it. All right. Oh, wow. If I can see what I'm typing. All right. Now, I have not been to Georgia before. Actually, I have been to Georgia. I've been to Georgia once, and that was because I flew into Atlanta for a layover. Never again will I do that. It makes no sense how I had to walk 3 miles just to get to the next terminal and to get to baggage. Never again will I do that. No. And then my layover was in a different terminal, too. So it was just a lot of walking, a lot of heads. I don't know how far Columbus is from Atlanta. But let's see here. All right, let's all say hello to Trevion. Hi, Trevion. Hi, Trevion. All right, for those that don't know how these readings work, here's how it goes. I first look at your critical degrees. I look through all the placements to see if you have any critical degrees. What are critical degrees? Critical degrees are degrees of significant importance. So if you have them, the universe can definitely send some fated events, or they can send some special significant importance, or like situations that are going to be significant to your growth, to your journey as well. So just pay attention to that. Also pay attention to the sign in the house that they fall into as well, because that will tell you where things will manifest, all right? And then, of course, I just take a look at what else is going on up here. Feel free, if you have any questions, to ask. This is not going to be a full reading. If in the case that you would like a full reading, you can book at the link in my bio under Universal Analysis, okay? So let's get started here. We have Sun 16 Scorpio, Moon 22 Leo, Moon's at a critical degree. Mercury 1 Scorpio, Venus 0 Scorpio, Venus is at a critical degree. Mars 8 Aquarius, Mars is at a critical degree. Jupiter 15 Cancer, Saturn 13 Gemini. Retrograde both Jupiter and Saturn. Uranus 20 Aquarius, Neptune 6 Aquarius, Pluto 14 Sagittarius, North Node 29 Gemini retrograde. North Node is at a critical degree. Chiron 26 Sagittarius, Ascendant 6 Gemini, MC 17 Aquarius. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4 critical degrees, nothing bad, nothing major. Just be sure to pay attention to those areas of your chart. All right, you are a Gemini ascendant, so this means paying attention to your 6th house, paying attention to your 3rd house as well. So communication, your day-to-day events, your Mercury houses, you want to pay attention to it. Of course, you want to pay attention to your 1st house of identity, self, and your independence, taking action towards your life direction as well. With Mars being in Aquarius, just pay attention to your belief system too. All right. right, let's get started here. In this lifetime, you're really meant to focus more on your community, communication, developing your skills, as well as siblings, cousins. Your immediate environment will definitely have a big impact on your life's direction. In a past life, you definitely could have worked towards being a scholar, a teacher, trying to figure out your belief system, so much so that you may do that in this lifetime and people may push you in that direction. This is actually what you're supposed to move out of. In this lifetime, you're meant to have more fun, tapping into that inner childlike energy, being witty, lighthearted as well here too. Now, of course, early on in this life, this could have been a little bit difficult for you because you have Saturn in Gemini here. You may have felt restricted when you were being yourself, or when you felt like you wanted to be yourself. There were people, authority figures, could have been a father figure as well too. Let's be a little nosy here. Where's Mercury? This could have even been people in your day-to-day. People tried to tear you down for being yourself. They could have even given you some type of projection here. This could have restricted you from sharing your opinion, sharing your thoughts, getting yourself out there. It is really important to find an outlet to get those words best out there. This could be through journaling. This can definitely be through speaking to the universe. I recommend writing the letter that's never delivered. If you have something to say to a certain person, you can write the word, you can write the letter, then you can crumple it up, throw it out. Some people burn it. I'm not into all that. I'm just into, if you want to throw it out, that's just as, effective as well. But with Saturn and Gemini, Saturn always gets better with time. Now you have a lot of thoughts up here. Jack of all trades, master of none, but hey, you can always do it better than the master of one. It is really important with Saturn here that you're putting consistency and structure behind what you're doing. Taking action towards your life's direction, you're going to need a plan. You're going to need some organization there as well too, okay? With your North Node being here too, it is really important that you pay attention to your ideas, as well as stay curious to what is out there, staying curious to other people's beliefs. With this placement, you have South Node in Sagittarius. You may already know what your beliefs are. You may already know how religion or spirituality works. It is up to you to figure out what you believe in instead of listening to other people's beliefs and then finding that it may not work for you and then trying to question the system and then starting the debunking. Find your own narrative, find your own thoughts or your opinions on what your beliefs may be, and then let your community come to you. That's going to come over a span of time, but it is going to get better over a span of time for you, okay? With your chart ruler being in the 6th house, this is not the best placement for your chart ruler to be in the 6th house, but it does put a major focus on your daily operations, your day-to-day responsibilities, as well as work schedule routine around personal development and physical health here. Now, with it being in the 6th house, there could be some major weaknesses around communication, really speaking up for yourself, standing up for yourself as well too. Be sure to prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past, letting go of what no longer serves you, and letting go of what no longer is in alignment with you as well. It's actually what your life focus is with that Sun in Scorpio there as well. Let's see here. Okay, Jupiter in your 2nd house in Cancer. Money can definitely come to you quite easily here with Jupiter. Just watch for frivolous spending. Jupiter's at an exalted position. What does exalted mean? It's at its strongest point with Jupiter being in Cancer. With this being in the 2nd house, though, I'm not going to lie, money can definitely come and go since the moon has an influence on that 2nd house. So that's why I say watch for frivolous spending. Nothing wrong with taking care of yourself, but be sure that we're not overly indulging or in things that we don't really need, okay? But for the most part here, security can definitely be an assurance for you financially. You can also be very talented in your voice, singing. If you're into artistry at all, this is actually something that can work out great for you. 2nd house ruler can be found in the 3rd house and the 2nd from the 2nd. So that's what we call in Vedic astrology Pavat Pavam. Am I doing a Vedic reading? No, but like in Vedic astrology, they just call it the Pavat Pavam, the higher expression of a certain house. And with your moon being in Leo here, it is really important that you are expressing your inner feelings, your inner needs, and communicating with those to people for people that you feel safe and comfortable around, of course, as well too. Now, this does oppose your MC, so communicating your feelings or expressing your feelings as well can definitely have something to do with what your life's direction may be and your life's purpose is as well. I'm going to get to that in just a second. With Moon also being in the 3rd house too, you can definitely have a more nurturer type perspective on communication as well. Perhaps you may hold back certain things because of how other people may feel about it, but just be sure to express it despite what other people are feeling, because this will actually cause you to build more confidence, and it can bring you emotional fulfillment too. All right. As I said here, it is throwing an opposition to your ninth house here. We have a lot of ninth house energy here. Now, with Mars being in the ninth house, this can cause frustration because you do question a lot about what's going on in religion, or perhaps maybe a certain belief system. You may question a lot. You may come into some conflict sometimes if not careful. So definitely watch for the argumentative energy. Sometimes it may be hard for you to figure out what your own belief system may be here with Neptune being here. It could be a little foggy, may not be clear. You can see visions of what it is that you're manifesting. But when it comes to figuring out what your belief system is, it may not stick around, or like it does stick around, but it's hard to define it and put it into words. So definitely just work on that relationship with the universe and things will definitely work out for you here. With Uranus here, there could be sudden changes, or you could have had a sudden awakening on your spiritual journey as well. And this can definitely play a role into your third house moon here, because you're meant to share your story. Anytime when I see an opposition with the third, ninth house, you are definitely meant to share your story to some degree. Also, you're meant to back up your story with experience. Of course, your story is nothing but experience, but some people can tend to spread information that can help other people. Just be sure you're not spreading misinformation, but any information that you do share with other people, it is going to come with emotional resonance with it. Just be sure to back that up with experience. That's all. All right. Also, be sure to find the balance between your belief system and, or at least gaining experience, gaining knowledge and intellect and information. Okay. Nothing going on in Virgo here. Not even going to focus on that, as well as Libra here too. We have Venus, Mercury, and the Sun in Scorpio here. Watch for the people-pleasing energy. I have Venus in the 6th house myself. Sometimes you can give to your detriment until you have nothing else to give, and then you're left to fill up your own cup as well. That is something that you just need to be steer clear of, I should say here. Also, with Venus in the 6th house, if you, in the case that you are diabetic, watch for your intake of sweets, okay? That can actually be very transformative for you. With Mercury being in the 6th house in Scorpio, very analytical, very efficient in your day-to-day as well. Just watch for gossip in your day-to-day, because this can actually be quite transformative, and this can actually start something or contribute to the wounds in your healing journey. So just pay attention to that as well. Naturally a truth seeker, people cannot lie to you. This is something that you like to get to the bottom of things as well too, and you do it in a very efficient manner. You know, just be sure to not overdo that, if that makes sense, or not to over intimidate people with that, because people can already pick up with your energy. Anytime when I see Scorpio energy, the universe has put you through enough transformation to where it's removed your mask, and you start seeing how many people are wearing masks in their life. So it is really important here that you first and foremost understand your power, and secondly, know what you are saying to different people, is because not everybody wants to be helped. So that's going to be a major lesson for you here. Not everybody wants to be helped, and not everybody is asking to be helped too. This can actually be cause of concern, not the Mercury part, but more your personality part, is because you naturally have a personality that would want to help other people. Be sure to turn that for yourself as well. Also tapping into your spiritual development journey, tapping into establishing that connection with the universe, it's going to be quite solid. Just be sure to approach that area of life in a spiritual terms. If you approach that, and you're at a catch-22 here, and the only reason why I say that is because Taurus in the 12th house tends to look at life from a material standpoint. You have to actually face that house from a spiritual perspective, because if not, you will actually do damage to not only that house, but where Venus is in, it's in your day-to-day too. So that can actually mess up your personal development journey. This may mean that like you may not have struggles at jobs, struggles with coworkers as well, is because you need to approach the 12th house in a spiritual lens and not so much material. You don't have any major lessons here, so I'm not concerned with that, but you do have an interception with your 12th house being in Taurus. So it is really important that first and foremost that we're not rushing through our spiritual journey as well too, but also approaching that in a spiritual lens. Traveling to foreign lands can actually help you to do that as well too, okay? Moving on to your 7th house, you have Pluto and Sagittarius and Chiron here. Karmic relationships that we're seeing here, okay? A lot of people that didn't have your best intention at heart in relationship. This can also be power struggles in a connection as well too. I actually recently just moved to my Pluto, my Pluto descendant line too. So I'm noticing here, the more you attract or let people come to you instead of you searching, you run into less problems with that Pluto placement there. With Pluto, as I said before, the universe naturally removed your mask, so it is really important here, first and foremost, that you have a relationship with yourself, best relationship that you can ever have. But secondly, be sure that you are aligning with the right people, because people may naturally project onto you, and you may like, what did I do? What's going on? It's because they see something within you that they have not seen within themselves. You're leaving them with that choice to either heal or to project project, 9 out of 10 times they're going to project. So just watch out for that. Don't take on that projection as well, okay? With Chiron here, this does talk about wounds pertaining to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. This does also talk about wounds around trying to figure out what belief system or philosophy or meaning of life best works for you. It is really important to figure out what that may mean to you, finding your own truth, going down your own path with that. This can actually come to help you learn your worth and value with Jupiter being in Cancer. Jupiter's at a strong exalted state. Things are going to happen for you. There's not much that you need to do in that department. Just be sure here that when you gain experience in relationships, this can actually not only help yourself but help other people. So be sure to share your experiences with other people too. It's actually part of this Moon and Leo lesson for you too. Nothing in that 8th house. I'm not even going to go there. The Aquarius, I already explained that. Part of your mission in this lifetime is to do something that's very original, something that not many people know how to do, or you could even be the first to do this. Whatever it may be, pay attention to your ideas. They're going to be very revolutionary. There's going to be very innovative too, okay? So pay attention to that. Friends, groups, networks, and organizations can definitely help you out. You may find yourself in a leadership position too. This also has to do with sharing something of your belief system, sharing your experience to some degree. Since your MC falls into the 9th house, you could even be a teacher. You can also be somebody who expresses things about your belief system. Just watch for chaotic tendencies, since Aquarius does like to rebel. Nothing in the 10th house in Pisces. Only thing I'm going to say here is just establish that connection with the universe, because then the universe will guide you into your career, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part, all right? Thank you. Ooh, last but not least, before I let you go, you have a yod, what is called a finger of God. The universe is really getting you to look at your worth and value, to definitely not equate that to money and your worth and value as well too. You really want to focus on any experience that is being gained. Anytime when you felt that the universe was testing you, ask yourself when enough is enough. This will definitely help you to further establish your worth and value here too, which can give you more experiences in that field, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. Is it not working? Oh, there we go. All right, let's see here. Yes, our list is still open. We have just started 26 minutes ago. If in the case that you would like a reading, it's going to be $15 today, if you can see it. Give me 1 second. It's going to be $15 today at TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. I accept all three. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to send your birth date, time, location when you are sending your information. For international birthdays, just send it in the format of month, day, and year, okay? No worries. Thank you so much again. Michelle, you are on deck. Michelle, you are on deck. Wesley, as I said, if you would like a reading, just be sure to send $15 to TRZO LLC on Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, whichever works for you. And just be sure to include your birth time, date, and location. All right, so we're going to get to Michelle. Let's see here. We got Dallas, Texas. Now, I'm not biased here, but I think Texas is one of the best states. Everybody else is just bitter. All right, let's see. And I like my hands, by the way. 2004, and you were born at a time in a place that I cannot name at this time. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Gemini ascendant back to back. What is the universe trying to teach me here? Is your private chart readings, do they cover aspects in the birth chart? Yes, they do. So if in the case that you would like a personal reading or a private reading, I go through everything in your chart. But the only reason why I'm not doing it on live is we'll be here for an hour per person. I'm like, no. But if, in the case that you would like, I do the aspects in the personal analysis as well. And it's much more time that I spend on your chart, and any question that you may have, I answer it. All right, let's see what's going on here for Michelle. All right, Sun 8 Sagittarius, Moon 12 Cancer, Mercury 26 Sagittarius, Venus 9 Scorpio. Venus is at a critical degree. Mars 12 Scorpio, Jupiter 13 Libra. Jupiter is at a critical degree. Saturn 26 Cancer retrograde, Saturn's at a critical degree. Uranus 3 Pisces, Neptune 12 Aquarius, Pluto 21 Sagittarius, North Node 0 Taurus on the dot. North Node's at a critical degree. Look at that. Chiron 22 Capricorn, Ascendant 18 Gemini, MC 29 Aquarius. Your MC's at a critical degree too. All right, your Neptune sitting right on my Jupiter, by the way. Look at that. Look at God. All right, let's see what's going on here, Miss Fancy. All right, let's see. Okay, so in this lifetime, same for Trevian. You're meant to really focus on community, your communication, developing your skills, as well as focusing on your siblings, cousins, and your immediate environment definitely may have a big impact in your life here. Could be jack of all trades, master of none, but you'll always do it better than the master of one. Part of your mission is also to focus on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business, and business contracts. You would actually make a great teacher too with Mercury being in Sagittarius. You have a lot of experience. Just be sure to share that with other people if you're not already doing so. This can actually be a means for you to step into your power, and it is part of what you're meant to focus on or who you are becoming, okay? Moving on to your second house here. Oh, by the way, with your chart ruler being 7 places from itself, it's actually desiring to connect with other people, to share your information with other people as well as your experience as well. Same goes for you with Pluto being opposite your ascendant. You need to have a relationship with yourself, best relationship you can have here. With Pluto being close to your descendant, I'm actually on that line myself too. You may find that certain people are for you, certain people are not for you. You need to know yourself. Definitely prioritize that healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, but letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, okay? Now, moving on to that second house, we have Saturn in Cancer, Moon in Cancer too. Money's definitely going to wax and wane here. Just be sure not to watch out for frivolous spending. Not so much of a concern for Gemini ascendants, but I say that because the moon's here, and the moon can definitely wax and wane, so money can definitely come and go. With Saturn being here, just be sure that you're not spending more than what is coming in, all right? Also, with Saturn in Cancer, definitely working on listening to that intuition, processing your feelings, feeling them through, instead of intellectualizing them as well. This is actually going to help you in your North Node journey towards moving towards your destiny. Could come with a little bit of conflict or inner tension, but this is actually something that could be used to your benefit later on if used correctly, okay? But I'm going to talk a little bit about that North Node and Taurus when I get there. Now, with second house ruler being in the second house, doing something that is emotionally fulfilling to you, if you're a singer, songwriter, musician, this can actually be something that you can channel your emotions through. Now, with Saturn being in the second house, you can also work in finance if that's something that you are looking to work into. But whatever you do choose in your career, just be sure that you emotionally resonate with it as well, okay? Nothing going on in your third house, nothing going on in your fourth. Fifth house, Jupiter is in a great position here. Jupiter being a natural significator of the fifth house, resembling children. If in the case that you like to have children, you have a very good shot of having them there. With Jupiter in Libra, you naturally have gifts that pertain to knowing other people, talking on a one-to-one or an interpersonal level here. You know how to connect with people, and you also know how to have fun too. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Just be sure here that if you are having fun with other people, watch for overindulgence, okay? You're with your fifth house ruler being in the sixth house. This also is another significator that you could be a good teacher for other people. If you do have a lot of knowledge, which Jupiter in the fifth can definitely bring knowledge through like ancient texts, it can also bring knowledge from other people in your situation too. This can naturally bring you a good audience here, okay? Just be sure with Jupiter in Libra that you're not giving so much to other people that you're at a detriment, okay? Now with Venus and Scorpio, Mars and Scorpio in your sixth house there, very good work ethic. Just be sure not to overwork yourself to your detriment. Same thing goes here with Venus in the sixth. If you're a diabetic, watch your intake for sweets, okay? With Venus and Scorpio, you may yearn for a deep connection, something that is intimate and more vulnerable too, but you do need to go through your own transformation, or relationships could be transformative for you. But 9 out of 10 times, it's usually the first option where you're going through your own transformation, and then you tend to find somebody who kind of matches with that as well. And same thing goes for you with Scorpio placements. You've gone through enough, rather it has been through relationships, rather it's just been through frustrating situations in your day-to-day to where the universe has kind of removed your mask. So it's kind of going to be hard for you, or hard for people to lie to you, especially in relationships, especially when it comes to your passions and what you are passionate about. Now, you do like to help other people. Just be sure here that you're not doing that to your detriment either with that Venus placement here. Since Venus and Mars are conjunct in Scorpio, it's actually blending the energies together. Be sure to focus on your sense of independence as well in relationships. There can sometimes be the imbalance of that too, okay? Mars is at home in Scorpio. It's actually fighting your immune system, not in a bad way. It's actually fighting in a good sense to really keep you healthy there, okay? For those that are asking about chart readings, I'm going to get to that after the reading, okay? So just stay put. We already went over Sagittarius in your 7th house. Nothing for me to say there. Chiron and Capricorn. There can be wounds with authority figures, but definitely wounds pertaining to career, status, legacy, setting up the life's work as well. Perhaps not even knowing where to go, but when you did know what it is that you want to do, you had past authority figures or this could even been your father figure tell you, oh, this is going to be hard, it's going to be a lot of work, or there may not even be success for you. Why are you even doing this anyway? Like, there could have been those types of questions, and these are wounds that could have run deep too. This could also indicate to me that you've gone through some traumatic experiences that were hard to heal, but you found your way through it. Now, first and foremost, this actually has to do with some lessons here. It is trying to help, well, not saying that the traumatic experiences that you went through were a lesson. Some of them definitely could have been, but with this opposition to Saturn here, part of what your lesson is helping you to feel what you have gone through, or feel the emotions that are tied to the things that you have experienced. So just be sure to prioritize your healing journey here. My ears are ringing, by the way, here too. A natural desire is to heal from any traumatic experiences that you went through, but also to learn your worth and value through it. Sometimes you also may feel that the universe is testing your patience from time to time. Ask yourself when enough is enough. This will help you to better understand your worth and value here too. Also, I meant to say, when Saturn's in Cancer, just be sure not to equate money to your worth and value, because then you'll just be working, and you may not see some output for some time there, okay? Moving on to Aquarius, you have Neptune in Aquarius here. Sometimes your beliefs may be hard to explain, hard to communicate, hard to get out to this tangible plane, but you do have a lot of questions. You may rebel against traditional means of spirituality or religion, whatever belief system that may be. Just be sure to establish that personal relationship with the universe there to get a better understanding of what it is that you believe in, okay? Yeah, the universe hates me a little. No, the universe loves all of its children. But part of your mission in this lifetime is to do something very original here. Now, your MC is at a critical degree at 29 degrees here, so it has probably ingressed into Pisces. You may have had an idea early on of what it is that you wanted to do, or you could have had some visions. You could have even had some ideas for what it is that you want to do in your later life. But then all of a sudden, it's kind of like it's hard to put into words what it is that you want to do. It's kind of hard to find the right path. You may find as though that you try one path, but you may feel like you're on the wrong path. That's why you definitely want to understand where the universe is coming from. So establishing that relationship, definitely working on that relationship, learning how to go with the flow as well, and having trust in the unknown that things are going to happen for you will definitely be applicable for your case, okay? With Uranus being in that 10th house, you definitely need a sense of independence in your work schedule or in your career. So whatever you're building for yourself, you definitely could be an entrepreneur. You could definitely be doing something that is quite original, okay? But there's going to be a lot of shakeups in your career, okay? You may not just do one thing for your whole life. You may have multiple careers, or you may do something 1 minute and then the next minute you're doing something completely different. That's all thanks to Uranus there. But as I said, definitely focus on your spiritual development journey, establishing that connection with the universe, and also trusting in the unknown when things get a little shaky, okay? Last but not least, before I let you go, you have that North Node in Taurus. It's in your 12th household sign. So it is really important here that you're really focusing on your spiritual development journey, trusting the unknown. Also watch out for karmic or hidden enemies here, okay? Because the North Node, when it's in the 12th house, it can bring all types of people to you. It may bring those pure soul connections, but it can also bring people that are here to show you what you may be unconscious about too. That can actually come through those pure relationships, but it can also come with people that are trying to take advantage of you, or people that may see the light within you, but then they're coming from darkness as well. With this placement, you can attract a lot of broken people, so just be sure that there's the balance between giving and taking. Don't overgive your energy to other people, especially those that do not deserve it. There could be some karmic issues here with feminine energy. That doesn't necessarily have to be women, but it could just be feminine energy here too. This can manifest within your day-to-day. The desire is to have development, or to develop yourself in this physical realm, to bring your dreams into a tangible reality. With your South Node being in the 6th house, you're naturally a busy bee, so you know how to put in that work. Just be sure that we are leaving room for faith to grow, all right? That's all I'm seeing in your chart for the most part. Thank you. Yes, I overgive all my energy. Yes, no, we got to find the balance with that. You have to open yourself up to receiving, because what? You're worth it. That's right. Let's see. Speaking very fast. It's my North Node in the 3rd. I'm sorry. What does it mean when the North Node and South Node are inverted in synastry? Meaning that like your South Node is in their North Node and their North Node's with your South Node. This just means that you guys are here to help each other and guide each other. That can also mean a variety of things. It can mean a variety of things. For starters, this can mean that there could have been an instant connection, but then over time it kind of like dwells out. But usually, since your North Node and your South Nodes are conjunct, you guys are here to help each other in a sense. You know, like the lessons that come naturally to you, that's actually what is going to be encapsulated within this connection for the other person, and vice versa. Am I on the list, Crystal? Yes, you are on the list because I saw yours come in. So let's see here. Oh, sorry, I did not want to do Microsoft Edge. Oh my God, no. I have standards. All right, let's see here. Yes, Crystal, you're on the list, but you are after Wesley because Wesley is first. And then, oh, what happened here? And then you're after Wesley. All right, here we go. And then let me scroll up here. So for those that are asking about readings, we are doing readings. Readings are still open. We just started 30 minutes ago. So get in while you can. Thank you. Of course, anytime. Okay. But yes, readings are still open and they will be open for some time. So feel free to, come on in. Come on over. Come on over, baby. Yeah. All right, here we go. So Wesley, you are up. On deck. I'll put this right here. Ooh, Nashville, Tennessee. I didn't say ill, I said ooh. I just realized that could have sounded like ill, but I said ooh. I actually Googled what Nashville looks like. It looks a lot like Texas in a sense. Not gonna lie there. All right, let's see here. 1994. And then let's see what's going on here. Is there a Gemini ascendant? Oh, Cancer ascendant. Hey, we're on the Cancer ascendant too. It is very ill. Ooh, not the tea. I couldn't see how much they were. Oh, $15. It's going to be 15 doll hair. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, everyone. It's 15 doll hairs. 15 doll hairs. We are doing readings today that go your way. It's going to be $15 for today at TRZO LLC. That's where you can send it. Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to include your birthday, time, and location. And for international birthdays, just send it in the format of month, day, year. That's it. And for any DMs, because in case that you forget, just feel free to DM me at TRZO, TRESCZO, okay? So going once, going twice. We're going to go back to Wesley here. We're going to see what's going on. All right, now I just got to angle this way. Let me just move it over this way. All right, we have Sun 0 Sagittarius, Sun's at a critical degree, Moon 23 Cancer, Mercury 18 Scorpio, Venus 2 Scorpio retrograde, Mars 23 Leo, Jupiter 26 Scorpio, Saturn 5 Pisces. How's that Saturn return going for you so much? All right, here we go. We have Uranus 23 Capricorn, Neptune 21 Capricorn, Pluto 28 Scorpio, North Node 13 Scorpio retrograde, all that Scorpio energy, Chiron 24 Virgo, Ascendant 21 Cancer, MC 7 Aries. All right, let's see where we're getting at here. Just gonna move this over a little bit more. All right, and then we're just gonna get up. Hey, there we go. All right, so for starters, in this lifetime, you're really meant to move towards your personal life, prioritizing your feelings and your emotions, catering to your family, or perhaps becoming more nurturing, really listening to your intuition here, getting to the root of who you are, learning yourself at a foundational level. Who are you truly, and who is it that you would like to be for you? All right, you are very in tune with your emotions here, with Moon being conjunct the Ascendant. This can actually do wonders to your personality, if I do say so myself. Can make you very witty, can definitely make you very in tune with your intuition. Listen to your intuition, please. I beg that you listen to your intuition because you got it good. You really got it good here, okay? It is throwing an opposition to your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Sometimes your journey, especially when it comes to relationships, may be a little like, you may envision it, may have some fantasies about a relationship, but we need to look at that from the realistic sense. Only reason why I say that there is because Neptune, especially because it's conjunct Uranus, you may walk into relationships thinking one thing, and then you may come out and it's a completely different experience. For starters, as a Cancer ascendant myself, relationships until your Saturn return are literally like walking through death, and you make it out somehow, some way. With it being in Capricorn, you could have your fair share of karmic relationships where people just don't seem like they have your best intention at heart. But with Uranus here, it's gonna bring an awakening for you. It's definitely gonna bring some truth, okay? But be sure to have the relationship with yourself, best relationship that you can ever have. First house ruler being in the first house definitely gives you that assured sense of what it is that you'd like to do for your life's direction and going after it. Just be sure that anything or any action that you take towards your life's direction, that it does fulfill you emotionally as well. Bear with for a second. Okay, with Leo in the second house, watch for frivolous spending. I'm going to say that for all the fire ascendants and all the people that have a fire sign on that second house cusp, because we do tend to spend. Okay, Mars is here, so watch for impulsive spending as well, spontaneous spending on just things that do not matter. All right, but with Leo being in the second house, this is where your confidence can actually be built through your worth and value, through the money that you make. Just be sure not to build your confidence off of material possession that is replaceable. Okay, it is really important here that you do have a lot of passion after building up your worth and value or after your natural gifts. Just be sure that you're giving back to yourself. Sometimes there can be the balance or the imbalance of giving and receiving. But with Leo here, it's more about having fun. Just be sure that we're not having too much fun, because with Mars here, this can actually bring some frustration through other people, and this can also come through your career as well, but that's more of a minor aspect, okay? Also, the only reason why I say other people here is because there's a square with all those late Scorpio placements there. So just be sure that we are conscious about our actions, conscious about what we're doing, okay? Because your actions, unfortunately, not only just involve you, it's going to involve other people, and it may affect other people as well. So do with that as you must, okay? With your second house ruler being, let's see here, that's 0 Sagittarius. With that being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places away from itself, this can actually be great for building up your confidence and actually teaching other people, allowing other people to have the spotlight, not looking for external validation as well. But of course, this is all going to come after your experience as well. How do you value yourself? That is the question of your second house, okay? And with Mars here, it does give you the energy and drive to figure that out. But just watch for being too impulsive and spontaneous, okay? Moving on to that Chiron in Virgo, there could be issues with critique, criticism, perfectionism tendencies as well. There could have also been issues where people didn't allow you to voice your opinions. It could have been hard for you to speak up for yourself, to share your thoughts, or to really put yourself out there as well too. It is really important with this placement here that first and foremost you find an outlet to get those feelings, or not really feelings, but get those thoughts, those opinions out. You need to get those words out. They need to come out some way, somehow. Secondly, do not change yourself for anybody. This placement tends to try to change things up because people have a hard time with accepting how you come off as an individual, or maybe the things that you say, because you're speaking the truth. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, but because of how it comes out, the delivery, people may have a hard time receiving that because of how it was said. So it's not necessarily the what, it's the how, but don't change anything on your behalf. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. All right. But I know that early on when you had probably said something, people had something to say about it, and that could have caused your wounds, okay? So definitely don't change yourself for other people. Focus on your own personal development journey. That not only heals yourself, but it actually heals other people as well too. Third house ruler in the 5th house, actually great placement to have. I have the same placement as well too, Mercury in Scorpio. Nobody can lie to you, okay? Definitely natural lie detector there. Just be sure here with that North Node also being in the 5th house that we are building up our confidence and really expressing that outwards, but not so much so that it's over egoic, if that makes sense, okay? Because people really like your energy. They like being around you. They like having fun with you as well. But just be sure that we're not taking life too seriously or controlling things that are outside of our control as well. All right. Nothing going on in the 4th house. 5th house, I explained a little bit about it. We also have Pluto in that 5th house too. So creativity can actually be a powerful outlet for you. With Jupiter here, you're going to have a lot of experiences, which is a great placement, by the way. With Jupiter being in your 5th house, it is a great placement to have. You can actually play the lottery. You may actually win. But with Jupiter being in Scorpio, this is going to come after a succeeding amount of transformation. So just be sure to prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, as well as making peace with your past, letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment with you as well, okay? It's part of your destiny as well. Also learn how to have fun in life too. You know, it's not all about transformation. It's not all about those bad times. I know Scorpio does rule loss, but through those loss can actually benefit for your gain as well, okay? With your sun being at 0 degrees Sagittarius in that 6th house, major focus is on your day-to-day responsibilities, your daily operations, work schedule, routine around personal development, and your physical health as well. With Sagittarius ruling over your 6th house here, it is important that you find a job or find something within your day-to-day that best resonates with your belief system or your philosophy. Because if it doesn't resonate with your belief system or philosophy or your meaning of life, you may just up and go, okay? This could be something that you're unconscious about as to why you may leave a specific job, even though the pay may be good, but something just does not feel right. It's really first and foremost becoming more aware of that. But secondly, establishing that connection with the universe will definitely help you to better understand that as well, all right? Moving on, Capricorn I already did, then we have Aquarius in the 8th house, nothing major going on there, and then we have Saturn and Pisces in that 9th house. How's that Saturn return going for you, all right? So with that Saturn and Pisces in that 9th house, you're definitely learning on what best resonates with you in terms of philosophy or meaning of life, finding your own belief system, finding your own truth. This may be a little hard for you because of the fact, let's see, I thought the sun was in my 5th house. It is in Placidus, but I do whole sign readings, so this is through the 6th house because your sun's at 0 degrees in Sagittarius, so it is in the 6th. But for the 5th house, expressing yourself, building up your confidence, putting yourself out there, that's also what you're moving into becoming as well. It's going to be 5th house themes, but it is going to manifest in that 6th house or through that 6th house as well. All right, moving on. So Saturn and Pisces here. Saturn wants you to bring your dreams into your tangible reality. And once you do that, it's actually going to expand in a very big way for you. Part of your lesson is learning how to expand and learning how to keep your mind open. Now, with Saturn in the 9th house, this can manifest in a variety of ways. You definitely could be a bit rigid or restrictive in your beliefs. You could have limiting beliefs as well. But with Saturn and Pisces, it definitely wants to expand that. It definitely wants to get you to work on your subconscious level as well. So this may bring a deconditioning of things that you once may have known to be fact or true, and it may cause you to question a lot as well. Do not be afraid to ask questions here, especially with Saturn in the 9th. Saturn in the 9th usually brings the reality of different belief systems, and it really gets you to look at things from a realistic standpoint as well too. With Saturn also being in Pisces, don't be alarmed when you are expecting compassion from the world and it may not give you that, because Saturn does show the reality of certain things. With this being in the 9th house, just be aware of narcissism, narcissistic abuse. That could be quite prevalent with Saturn in the 9th placement, especially with Pisces, is because Pisces tends to be more of a giver than it is having the balance of give and take as well. But with Saturn and Pisces over time, you tend to become more aware of these signals and these signs as well too, okay? With Aries MC, you're definitely meant to strive and go after what it is that you would like to build for yourself. Watch out for impulsivity and spontaneity, but you definitely have the energy and the drive to go after those things. Now, with your 10th house ruler being in the 2nd house here, you can do a variety of things. You can work in entertainment. You can definitely work in you can work in entertainment, you can work in finance, you could definitely do something with your voice, you could be an artist, you could do something with art as well, like physical art, like fine arts, but visual arts too, like painting, you could do drawing as well. But this means your careers actually means to express yourself. So whatever it is that you feel passionate about, things that give you the energy and the drive, do that thing, okay? This can also be manifested of being of service to others, finding your own belief system. You can also be a teacher here with this placement too, since your MC ruler is 5 places from itself in that 2nd house, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank y'all. All right, we had some more names come in here. Oh, did you get my Cash App? Yep, let me just see real quick because I got a couple of Cash Apps here. Okay, so I got Crystal, I got Mal. So if you see your name, just let me know, okay? I would just have to reload it as well. Okay. Where is the link? So there is no link. So if you go to Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal and just send at TRZO LLC, send me the 15 and just include your birth date, time, location, I'll get an email that shows me that shows me that I got it. That's it. There is no link. You just go to Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, you send the 15. Just include your birthday, time, location. If you forget it, that's okay. You could just send it to my Instagram at TRZO, TRESCZO. All right. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Bear with. All right, here we go. So we have Crystal. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? San Diego, California. Are you still in San Diego? Are you still in California? How was Hurricane Hillary? You know, if you guys went through it. I don't think it was as bad as people made it out to be. I feel like people hyped it up and then it was like a few raindrops and just some strong winds. Here we go. Yep, I'm here. Great. It was just right. You know, I feel like people, they made it out to be worse than it was. And then, like, the rain came. And then it was just like, oh, it's just a regular Tuesday. Well, in California, it doesn't rain all that much. Let's see here. All right, Aquarius Ascendant. You're like the first rarest Aquarius that I've seen. I don't really get Aquarius Ascendants that much. I get more, like I get Geminis a lot. I get Libras a lot. Cancer, I'll get here and there. Aries, I don't see that much. Capricorns, I'll see. Sagittarius, I'll see. Scorpio Ascendants, I'll see a lot. But not Aquarius. Or Pisces either. Like, I'll see more Pisces than Aquarius, but I won't get Aquarius all that much. All right, let's take a look to see what's going on here with you. All right, we have Sun 4 Virgo, critical degree. Mercury 14, Moon 14 Libra. I'm just ready for this Mercury retrograde to be over. But we have the same moon placement, just not the same degree. Mercury 11 Virgo, Venus 5 Virgo, Mars 3 Virgo, a lot of Virgo energy. Jupiter 29 Aries retrograde, Jupiter's at a critical degree. Saturn 14 Sagittarius, Uranus 22 Sagittarius retrograde. Neptune 5 Capricorn retrograde, Pluto 7 Scorpio, sitting right on my Chiron placement. North Node 3 Aries retrograde, Chiron 27 Gemini, Ascendant 16 Aquarius, and MC 1 Sagittarius. Yes, I'm still doing readings today. Let's see here. Readings are going to be $15, TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Just be sure to include birth time, date, location, and for international birthdays, just be able to format that in month, day, and year, okay? So, going once, going twice. All right, I'm going to go back here. All right, let's see what we got going on in the chatapaya. All right, Aquarius Ascendant, in this lifetime, you're meant to really move towards friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. Just be sure to watch out for chaotic tendencies, since there is the tendency to want to rebel against tradition or things that are outdated, okay? With your chart ruler, you have 2 here. Both are sitting in that 11th house. So 11th house themes of friends, groups, networks, organization are highly emphasized here for you as well. There is also the themes of finding your own belief system, finding your own philosophy, definitely finding your own meaning of life, your own truth, whatever that may mean to you. Just be sure here to open yourself to different possibilities here. Do not limit yourself in these areas, or don't become so restricted to where you may have limiting beliefs of your own, okay? With Uranus here, definitely pay attention to your ideas. You're going to have ideas that are quite revolutionary and innovative. Be sure to write them down somewhere if in the case that they are that important as well, because over the span of time as your life goes on, you're going to be able to bring this in and make that a tangible reality for yourself. Of course, consistency and organization is going to be needed when you are executing your future endeavors here too. But this is naturally going to work out for you, since Sagittarius is ruling over your 11th house. You have that Jupiterian influence, so you're going to have natural opportunities to make your dreams a tangible reality. Look at you, look at God, yes. All right. Moved on. Nothing going on in Pisces in that 2nd house. 3rd house, you have Uranus and you have the North Node and you have Jupiter here in Aries. So part of your mission in this lifetime is really to focus on your independence, yourself, your identity, taking action towards your life's direction, as well as nourishing yourself, self-nourishing yourself, giving back to yourself through that as well. There is going to be ample opportunity for you to do that, as well as a lot of ideas that are going to run through that head of yours there too. So Jupiter in 3rd, another indicator that there are going to be a lot of ideas. It is throwing that effortless trying to Uranus there. So it's definitely helping you to manifest your future goals, dreams, and visions that you may have for yourself here too. Watch for being impulsive with the tongue. You want to think before you speak with Aries in the 3rd house. Sometimes, especially when you get frustrated, because when you get frustrated, you may find that you just want to say things and just, be real, whatever, but you may want to watch out for that, okay? Only reason why I say that is because it's aspecting the good old cis Pluto, and it can bring some transformation into your life quite easily, and it can be quite expansive for you, so just watch out for that, all right? With your 3rd house ruler being in that 8th house there, can actually be a little bit tricky, okay? That's another reason why I say watch your words, is because you can walk yourself into that trauma or that transformation for you, and it's not going to be cute. I'm not going to lie to you. Virgo in the 8th house, it's not the prettiest placement, nor. But I will say here, and it is 6 places from itself, so it will help you to work towards your physical health and your personal development journey as well. Now, this is just your thoughts, your communication as well. Siblings, cousins, your immediate environment could definitely help you out here too. You could have a lot of cousins, a lot of siblings here with this placement here, but something tells me with this placement also, you could have a lot of support within your immediate environment if in the case that you have not moved, or you may have felt like you didn't have that because of Pluto, but this actually does give a lot of support here too. It just may not feel that way since Pluto has an influence on that placement of yours, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. Nothing in the 4th, nothing. Oh, we have Chiron in the 5th. I do have Chiron in the 5th myself. Now, I will say this is wounds around expression, putting yourself out there, building up the confidence, and dealing with other people's projection when you are being yourself. You have to learn how to be yourself, not for other people, but for you. Watching out or not giving into looking for external validation, which can be a bit tricky with this placement here. But you may have felt that when you tried to express your thoughts, share your opinion, really speak up for yourself, people could have held you back from doing that. It is really important here that you find an outlet to get out your words, rather than it is just saying what you have to say, you know, or really just finding a better, healthier option, rather that's writing the letter that was never delivered, or you can journal about it too. Whatever way works for you, just be sure to get those words out because you need to express them. That's actually going to help you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people as well. All right, now with Chiron also being in Gemini, you could be the jack of all trades, master of none, and you can always do it better than the master of one, especially since you have Jupiter here. You are good at multiple things, and you're not meant to find just one thing to do in this lifetime. You're meant to do a variety of things here. So don't let people restrict you or keep you into, oh, you have to just do this thing, because you will get bored very easily, okay? Let's see here. This also manifests into your 8th house, the 5th house ruler being in the 8th house. Could be a means of fulfillment once you do work on your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life and making peace with your past. This can bring a sense of fulfillment for you here. Nothing in the 6th house, nothing in the 7th house. Focusing on that 8th house here, you are a very powerful individual here. You've gone through it. You already know how you got over. All right, you've been through your fair share of certain things here. Also, another lie detector. No one can lie to you, especially with Mercury and Virgo. Oh God, no one can lie to you because you're very efficient on how you get to your things and how to get to the bottom of things as well. Just be sure here that we are not overly giving our energy to people that don't deserve it as well, okay? Because with Venus being in Virgo, sometimes we can overly give to people without, you know, or to our detriment, I should say, too. But I also will say with Mars being in your 8th house, just be sure not to rush through your healing journey. Just be sure not to rush through things that may feel uncomfortable or intense as well. Chances are it is basically the transformation and the things that we go through in the 8th house. That's all happening because it's the universe kind of like purging the things that we don't need to deal with, okay? It's getting those out of the way while teaching us the lessons that we need to learn in order to get us in alignment with our dharmic path, the path that we're meant to be on. And so part of your mission is really to have patience with your healing journey, but also you're becoming this powerful influence, okay? It's actually helping you towards your life's purpose as well. And we're going to get to that in just a second, okay? It is causing a bit of inner conflict and tension because sometimes you may not even know what it is that you're meant to do, and I'll explain that in just a second too. Moon and Libra in your 9th house. I also have Moon and Libra, so we're Moon and Libra twins. Tell your friends, top tier. With Moon and Libra in the 9th house, you find emotional fulfillment when you have a sense of meaning of life, when you have a sense of what your life means to you, when you have a philosophy or you are knowing about your belief systems in the bit. Let other people definitely help you. Definitely be open to hearing other people's opinions as well, or perspectives, I should say. But you're also here to gain your own experience, to share the other side of what your beliefs may be for you as well. So don't hesitate to share your perspective on that too, okay? With this being 12 places from itself, this can actually guide you on a spiritual journey, so just be sure to really connect with the universe, establishing that connection on your own time, and also be willing to trust in the unknown too, okay? Moving on to that 10th house, very powerful energy that in your career here. Career, status, legacy, and life's work. I just noticed that you have that grand trine here that is actually being activated by that Pluto placement. With Pluto in the 10th house, it's going to be a catch-22 because you will attract people that really like you. You'll also attract people that may not have your best benefit at heart, or people that may not like you either. Okay, first and foremost, don't give into that projection. This can be projection from the masses or projection from trying to make a name for yourself. People may try to just tear you down out of nowhere. This is because they see something within you that they don't see within themselves. You are giving them the option to either heal or project. We already know 9 out of 10 times what they're doing, so just don't give into that projection at all, okay? This is also throwing that opposition to your 3rd house. That's why I said bite your tongue. If you feel like you want to say something, is because your reaction is what they're banking on. So do not give them the reaction. Don't give them the show for free. Be the Britney. Okay, moving on to your 11th house there. Part of your mission in this lifetime is to share your experience and to really gain wisdom on your own. So you're going to go through your own experiences to give you that wisdom. You're also going to go through your own journey. May not be the easiest since Saturn has an influence here, and Uranus does not make anything easy because it does shake things up quite instantly for you. But out of all this, you will actually be a great teacher for the masses, for society at large. You may find that people come to you for advice, or they may come to you to ask for your opinion on certain things, or to ask for your take on certain things as well. Don't be afraid to speak on those as well, because those are things that can actually help out a collective of people that can actually cater to your your hopes and wishes for the future as well too. With Saturn in Sagittarius, as I said, your plans for the future, they just need some consistency and organization around them as well, all right? Last but not least, before I let you go, you do have Neptune in Capricorn in the 12th house. Neptune's at home, not in the home sign, but it's in its home house. With Neptune being here, subconscious work is what this is getting at. Just be sure not to be so naive when it comes to new people, because not everybody will have your best intention at heart here. You're learning some karmic lessons in that 12th house with Capricorn ruling over that there. With that being 12 places from itself, your Saturn sitting in its pavat pavam. So I will say with Saturn here, just be sure or tread lightly when it comes to trusting new people, because not everybody, as I said, is going to have their best intention at heart here. Be sure to pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to any visions that come to mind. If you find that you daydream a lot, pay attention if there are any repetitive themes in there too. The universe can definitely be giving you visions of what it means to, or how to get that success for yourself as well. And since this is in a grand trine with Jupiter and your sun placement with Mars as well too, this is something that comes quite effortlessly to you. The way to manifest that is really lean into your Pluto placement. Now, this is going to bring some experiences that may really rock you at a psychological core, but once you learn how to get through that other side, this is when things start working out for you for the better, and this can actually manifest in a very public way for you, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank y'all. All right, so people are asking, how do I get a chart reading? They are all new. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to a place that I like to call Not Higglytown. So readings are $15 today. All you have to do is send $15 to TRZO LLC on Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to include your birthday, time, and location, and we're going to add you to the queue. As you can see, the queue is already growing. All right, for international birthdays, I know that you guys format it in day, month, year. Just be sure to do month, day, year, all right? Okay, we have more people coming on. We have more people adding to the list as well. Just give me 1 second. I just got to add more people to the list. Okay. And is that spot right? Yep. And okay, there we go. So if you don't see your name on the list, just be sure to let me know that you sent your Cash App. I will get the email address just to clarify, because I'm just adding it through my email address there, and we'll add you to the queue. All right, so up next we have Mal. Is it Mal? Is it short for Mallory? All right, let's see here. Ooh, New York. We got a native New York. Are you still in New York? She's a native New Yorker. Oh, I'm a native New Yorker. Yes, well, we love the native New Yorkers. I'm originally from Long Island. I had relatives that lived in Queens. You know, then I lived in Brooklyn for some time. I lived in Manhattan too. It's a lot. It's expensive. 3 arms and 2 legs for a month's rent. It's crazy. I tell you that. I'll also tell you who else I know. I know Jerry Ferragamo. You know, she's messing around with Bill DeVaglio. Nicolette told me down in accounting. Sick. All right, let's see here. I'm a native New Yorker. All right, let's all say hi to Mal. Hey, Mal. Hey, Mal. How we doing? All right. Let's just take a look. Okay, Virgo Ascendant. Let's see, do you have any critical degrees? You do. We have Sun 24 Virgo, Moon 0 Scorpio critical degree, Mercury 9 Virgo, Venus 11 Leo, Mars 24 Virgo, Jupiter 28 Virgo, Saturn 24 Cancer, Uranus 4 Pisces retrograde, Uranus is at a critical degree, Neptune 12 Aquarius, Pluto 19 Sagittarius, North Node 3 Taurus retrograde, Chiron 20 Capricorn retrograde, Ascendant 24 Virgo, MC 23 Gemini. Look at you. Yes, only have 2 critical degrees from what I see. All right. But you got those retrograde planets, so make sure that you are introspecting. Reflective, introspective. I serve it with the style, the grace, the one to face. Where is my thing? Okay. There we go. All right, let's get started here. In this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your daily responsibilities, your daily operations, as well as your work schedule routine around personal development and physical health. Any ideas that you may have towards your life's direction, just be sure to watch out for impulsivity and spontaneity, but you definitely will have the energy and drive to go after what it is that you would want within your career status, legacy, and life's work. You are definitely meant to focus on your identity, yourself, your independence, taking action towards your life's direction as well. That is actually what you are becoming into. Just be sure that you are doing that in an efficient manner, okay? Definitely have a lot of ideas here. Watch for self-criticism, okay? And criticism of others, because look, we see you with Virgo energy. But you will have a lot of ideas to execute your future endeavors. It is going to take work, of course, but you are willing to put in that work as well. Now, with this aspect here with sextile, just be sure that we are putting consistency, structure, and organization behind any action that you are taking towards your life's goals and direction. First house ruler is in first house here, so those themes of independence and identity, taking action towards your life's direction definitely will be heightened for you. All right, so let's see what else is going on here. Jupiter's also in your first house too. Just be sure that is in Virgo. Yes, it is. Jupiter's also here too, so it's giving you natural experience for your journey as well. It can also give you a lot of philosophy from past lives. This can also come in from just like people that are around you from early on too. Just be sure here that we're not getting the arrogant energy, because that can definitely come with Jupiter here, okay? Nothing going on in your second house, not even focused on that. We have Moon in Scorpio in your third house, and it's at a critical degree. So you need to be sure that you're communicating your feelings. May not be the easiest for Moon in Scorpio there. Moon in Scorpio is at debilitation, meaning it's at its weakest point. But I will say this, Moon in Scorpio tends to do wonders. It's not the worst placement in the world. It could be worse. It could be at 29 degrees Scorpio, but it's not, you know. With Moon in Scorpio, you guys yearn for a deep connection, something that has intimacy, vulnerability, and you just want to feel safe within the connection too. But you do know that nothing lasts forever with Scorpio energy here. So just be sure to communicate what you may be feeling as well. Watch for the pessimistic mindset. Definitely watch your thoughts, because sometimes those thoughts can get a little deep and dark really quick, okay? Now, moving on to this opposition here with that North Node being in Taurus, and you have that South Node being in Scorpio, and it's conjunct your Moon here. Now, you have natural gifts of nurturing and really being in flow with your emotions as well. Definitely listen to that intuition as well for you too. But any information that you are sharing with people, anything that you chat out with people, even if it's sharing your feelings, just be sure to back that up with experience, or you can even incorporate some wisdom within that as well too. Part of your mission in this lifetime is to figure out what belief system, what philosophy, what your meaning of life is, what your own personal truth is as well, okay? With that being in Taurus, it can also help you to find your worth and value. Just be sure not to incorporate your money with your worth and value as well, okay? Moving on to Sagittarius, you are definitely a generational curse breaker with Pluto being in your fourth house in Sagittarius. Definitely did not have an easy upbringing, could have been transformative, definitely could have been intense in certain situations. You may have felt not safe. You could have gone through some traumatic situation within your family, and this could have been big. This could have been big internally, or it could have been big on a massive scale. This could have been in the public for some degree, since Pluto does throw the aspects of the MC. Let's see here. Does having a really nice voice go with the Moon in the third house? Yes, it can. That and Venus. Let's see here. But with Pluto here too, anything that has happened within your early childhood, anything that has happened within your core is definitely helping you towards your career status, legacy, and life's work, and making a name for yourself as well. Just be sure here that you know that you don't have to just do one thing. You could do a variety of things. That you have Gemini on your MC. You're a jack of all trades, master of none, but you can always do it better than the master of one. And this is where you can actually stand into your power at your foundational level once you realize that as well, okay? Just find the balance between your private and your public life as well, okay? Moving on, you have Chiron in the 5th house. Just be sure to express yourself, put yourself out there despite other people's projection. Watch for self-sacrifice or self-sabotage as well, because sometimes we may dim our own light to make other people comfortable. Just be sure that we're not doing that because you are that girl, okay? So just be sure also here with Chiron and Capricorn that you're keeping your success to yourself, okay? Share it with people that actually care for you, but also developing your confidence and developing your expression, putting yourself out there will definitely help you to manifest any future endeavors that you have for yourself. Any future endeavors that you do have for yourself, just be sure to have some emotional resonation towards that as well, okay? Part of your lesson for Saturn in the 11th house in Cancer is to get in contact with your emotions as well as your intuition, listening to your intuition, because that can definitely help you to manifest any future endeavors. It can also help you around friends, groups, networks, and organizations, since you have your karmic lessons there as well. Okay, this can also mean that there could be lessons coming from your family that can help you to manifest anything. You do yearn for to be original, but you also could feel misunderstood around your family as well. That could be an indication as of why. But be sure to express yourself and to put yourself out there despite what your family may say or what people that may be close to you may think. Okay? Moving on to that 6th house, we have Neptune and Aquarius here. Definitely may have a fantasy about how you may want to go about developing yourself, or perhaps how you may want to work in your day-to-day. Perhaps maybe you want a dream job, or you may manifest as working for yourself. Pay attention to any ideas that may come about within your day-to-day. Establishing a connection with the universe can definitely help you to gain more ideas as to what it is that you would like to do within your future endeavors, okay? Also, finding a balance between your spiritual development and your physical development will definitely help you out here as well. Watch for your intakes of sweets if you are diabetic, since Venus is throwing an aspect to your 6th house here too. Just be sure not to overwork yourself to your detriment, since Saturn is throwing its control over the 6th house in a traditional sense, because Saturn is the ruler of Aquarius in the traditional astrology. So just watch for overworking yourself to your detriment, and definitely pay attention to your physical health. Symptoms of ailments or illnesses can definitely pop up from time to time if you overwork yourself here too, okay? Moving on, we have Uranus in the 7th house of Pisces. You may yearn to be understood in connections, relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts as well. Just be sure here that you are forming a relationship with yourself, with that aspect being towards Mercury here. You could definitely learn a lot through other people, but just be sure that you are actually spending time by yourself as well. With Virgo here, I can sense that you may hermit yourself from time to time. Just be sure that there is the balance with putting yourself out there with other people. Also, let's not be too delusional when it comes to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, because with Pisces energy, you will attract a lot of people. You may attract pure energy, but you will also attract broken energy as well. That's just how the game is played with Pisces energy. So just be sure here to really set up some boundaries and really discern what energy is right for you as well, all right? Moving on, we have nothing in Aries in that 9th house, in your 8th house. 9th house, North Node, we already went after. Just be sure here, this is fated events that'll happen, so you're naturally moving into figuring out what your belief system is, your philosophy. This can also move you into being really big in whatever field that you may be in. Do not play anything small. I don't know if you ever heard that saying before, but you're meant to be, you're meant to be seen. You're meant to expand. So don't play yourself small, especially when it comes to your worth and value. Okay, because people are definitely going to see it as time progresses on. Just be sure that you see that within yourself. Gemini MC already went over. Cancer, Saturn, I already went over that. So last but not least, with Venus and Leo in that 12th house, feminine energy can definitely feel karmic for you, but traveling to foreign lands can definitely help you to better establish that connection that you have with the universe. You need to approach that 12th house in Leo through a spiritual lens. So this means approaching money through a spiritual lens as well too. Approaching your worth and value through a spiritual lens as well too. You need to be pure. You need to develop that purity within your spiritual journey. If not, or if you approach the 12th house through a materialistic lens, not only can it bring damage to your spiritual journey, but it can also bring damage to your identity, your independence, trying to take action towards that life direction. You will incorporate some obstacles and challenges, and it may not be the easiest to recover from. So just approach your 12th house through a spiritual lens rather than a material lens here too. Now, with Venus also being here, open yourself to receptivity. You'd be surprised what will come in for you. This can help you to develop your confidence as well, all right? That's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. All right. This is the last call for readings, everyone. Last call for readings because I'm getting a little backed up, you know? So last call for readings. Last call. Oh, you can't even see how much readings are. Sorry. So So last call for readings, everyone. Last call for readings. They are $15 hairs. And if you'd like a reading, just send your $15 hairs to TRZO LLC. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal is applicable. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to include your birth time, date, and location. For international birthdays, just be sure to format it month, day, year. All right. If in the case that you forget to send your birth time, date, location, you can also Instagram me at TRZO, TRESCZO. Let's see who's on the list. We have Mal that we just did. I'm going to say Mal. It's Mal. Is it short for Mallory? All right, let's see here. We have Ashanti next, followed by Yvanya, then followed by 13 Lunas on deck. We do have more names that we are adding to this list, so just bear with. And let's see here. And we have... And that's it for now. All right. Come on, great. All right, so if you don't see your name on this list, just be sure that I just didn't get your email yet, so not to worry. But this is the last call. Did you get Sages? Yes, I got Sage. That was right after Marlene. I got 2 for them. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Gotcha. All right. All is good. First time here. Welcome, one and all, to a place that we like to call... I was going to say Higglytown, but this is not Higglytown. All right. Here we go. Who is next? Ashanti is next. Ashanti, I love your albums. All right, everyone. Do I have a twin? I do have a twin. His name is Trenton Wayne. He's on here too, but he's bald. You know, I'm not bald. I just keep my hair wrapped up because where I am right now, it's 100 degrees. And I'm not trying to do my hair for it to frivel in the atmosphere. You know, all right, let's see here. All right, we have Ashanti. Ooh, didn't mean to press enter. Then we have Atlanta, Georgia. I've been to your airport all of once, and I will not do it again. Too many heads and too much space in the building. You know, why are your terminals 3 miles apart? You know, am I bitter? Absolutely, because I'm not getting that workout again. I'll tell you that. Yes. All right. Let's see. I realized when I type, my mouth is all up in this camera. I'm sorry, y'all. Actually, I'm not sorry. You both are amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, let's move this here. Worst airport experience. My worst airport experience. No, let me tell you real quick. My worst airport experience, let me put your chart here so I'll just give people their chance to do the last call. But no, my worst airport experience was when I flew back from Orlando because my brother had a dance competition and we all went down to Orlando to see him. And I flew Delta and we got to the airport. My flight was leaving, I think within I had a little over an hour, but I knew that it wasn't packed when I got there. You know how the Orlando airport, it is all the Disney people, their children, their babies. That flight is going to be full. There is no getting around that unless you're going to Des Moines, Iowa. But I was flying back to New York. And I remember I got on the flight. Everything was great. It was all good. Really good flight. I got back and I turned my phone off of airplane mode. Come to find out, my bags did not fly with me. My bags flew to Raleigh. It did not fly to New York with me. My bags were not on that flight. I had to go to a completely different terminal in New York just to get my bags. Never again. I will never fly Delta. Absolutely not. But I flew them 2 other times. Mind your business. But that was my worst story. All right. Must have been Mercury retrograde. I actually don't know. That does sound like something Mercury retrograde would be like. Another example was when I was flying to New Orleans and it was during Mercury retrograde. When I tell you, everybody was held up. They said, do not fly during this time. everybody was held up I flew out of LaGuardia, which was my first mistake. But I flew out of LaGuardia in New York, and I was flying down to New Orleans, but I had a layover in Fort Lauderdale. And during that time, there was this storm that was like over New Jersey, Washington, D.C. Everybody, my friend from Boston was flying down to Fort Lauderdale because she had a layover herself. Everybody was held up. I was on that runway. Like, we were on the plane sitting, and we were on the runway. We were waiting, we were taxiing, waiting to fly off. We didn't fly off. We were on, I think that was like 3.5 hours that we were there waiting. Just waiting, and nothing happened. You know? It's sick, I tell ya. Sick. All right, everyone. Readings are closed. If in the case that you did not send it in, I will be back on, I'd say Tuesday, maybe. Not Monday, maybe Tuesday. Let's see here. Okay, so we have another one sent. Let's see. Charlotte was the last one. We have Zane. Okay, Zane. Ooh, I don't understand why 10 does that. It gives like that big gap. You know what? Oh, let's do this. No, like, it's tough. All right, and then we have Minya. Why didn't I have that capital A? Oh, now this is the scam. Scam, I tell ya. I figured out how to do it. All right. Does the choose two on your booking cover natal and draconian together? Yes. So when you choose two, you could choose tropical and draconian. You could choose tropical and synastry, synastry and composite, whichever two you're desiring. So yes, it can cover both natal and draconian. I do like my draconic readings, I'm not gonna lie. All right, here we go. So readings are closed. Let me just make a note of that before somebody sends. I will say, look, you can always send a donation. We love donations here. Readings. That's not how I spell readings. Readings closed. How about that? Yes, readings closed. One line. I don't have to space anything. I did space it to begin with because it just looks better. Yeah, it looks better right there. Okay, readings closed. Draconic is the soul chart. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so I have 11 readings to go, everybody. We can do it. All right, so up first we have, well, Shanti, did I just do your reading? No, I didn't. Readings here. All right, let's see here. Let's see what you got going on. We have Sun at 21 degrees Sagittarius, Moon 12 Aries, Mercury 7 Capricorn, Venus 8 Scorpio, Venus is at a critical degree, Mars 7 Scorpio, Jupiter 17 Leo retrograde, Saturn 25 Gemini retrograde, Uranus 25 Aquarius, Neptune 8 Aquarius, Neptune's at a critical degree, Pluto 17 Sagittarius, Pluto's at a critical degree, North Node 8 Gemini retrograde, Chiron 8 Capricorn, Ascendant 10 Capricorn, MC 29 Libra, MC's at a critical degree. All right, let me just move this over here so you can better see that, and then we're gonna, if this would work. All right, and then we're gonna move right up here and see. All right, here we go. Capricorn ascendant. We have Chiron, Mercury, and what else? And just Chiron. Okay, Chiron, Mercury, and the Ascendant. Okay, cool. All right, so in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your career status, legacy, and life's work. Building up something from the ground up will definitely be beneficial for this path, or just building a name for yourself will be highly applicable here too. With Chiron here, there could be wounds around being yourself, really just finding your sense of independence. Anytime when you were trying to be yourself, you were kind of knocked down. This could have come through authority figures, through father figures as well. This definitely could have come from people that had a position of power. Just be sure that you are expressing yourself despite what these people have to say and taking action towards your life's direction. With Mercury here, it's going to give you an abundance of ideas. So just be sure to take these ideas into consideration. This can actually help out towards your future endeavors and goals as well too, okay? With your first house ruler and your chart ruler being 6 places from itself, not the easiest placement here, but being of service to other people, focusing on your daily responsibilities, your day-to-day events, as well as work schedule routine around personal development and physical health is also going to be at Q2. Be sure to work on your communication. If you're holding back any opinions, or if you feel that you have a hard time speaking up for yourself, find an outlet to get those out. Journaling, writing, speaking out to the universe, if that is more applicable to you, will definitely will help you out here too. Just be sure not to overwork yourself. yourself. So sometimes you can overwork yourself to your detriment. This can bring in physical illness, as in sickness or illness as well. So just watch out for that as well, okay? But definitely developing some sort of routine and focusing on your personal development journey, bringing your dreams and making them into a tangible reality is actually what you are moving towards with that North Node in Gemini 2. You're a jack of all trades, master of none, but you'll always do it better than the master of one. So just be sure here that we're just bringing a realistic standpoint to whatever ideas that you may have as well, and take action, tangible action after these as well. This is actually what the universe wants you to focus on, since you have that big old yod, that bolded yod in your North Node in Gemini in the 6th house, okay? Moving on to that second house there, you have Uranus, we have Neptune there. Just be sure not to spend more than what is coming in, okay? We have Neptune here. You may fantasize about being financially stable here. Pay attention to your ideas, as your ideas for the future can definitely be a source of income for you. You also may feel misunderstood when it comes to your worth and value. Just be sure that you have an understanding for yourself. Be sure to fill your own cup back up, and definitely cater for oneself replenishment too. Now, with your Neptune being here, establishing a connection with the universe can actually help you to cater to your worth and value here too. You definitely may feel tested from the universe from time to time, since Saturn has an influence on your second house. Ask yourself when enough is enough. This will definitely help towards establishing that worth and value too. Just be sure not to incorporate money with your worth and value, because they shouldn't be on the same playing field. Like, money is one thing, but your worth and value is something completely different, okay? Moving on, there's nothing going on in Pisces, Moon, and Aries. You need to face your emotions head on. If you do bottle these up, this can lead to a violent outburst and lashing out. We don't want that. Definitely listening to your intuition, but not being impulsive to where you're just taking action. You definitely want to feel this through, okay? This is especially important to people, okay? Now, your 4th house ruler is actually 8 places from itself. So when you don't listen to your intuition, this can actually lead to some type of transformative situation. Could also lead towards trauma. Just be sure here that we are taking enough time to feel our emotions through. If there are any emotional situations to where you need to process them, do not rush your healing process there, okay? Moving on, we do not have anything in Taurus. We already talked about Gemini through the 6th house in Saturn and in the North Node. Nothing going on in Cancer in that 7th house. We have Jupiter and Leo in the 8th house. This is the abundance of transformative energies that you're going to go through. Very wise. You've gone through a lot of transformation here, and you definitely have a fortune of wisdom to share it with other people. Don't keep this in with yourself. Inheritance can definitely come in, but just be sure to not spend as recklessly here, okay? Because with Jupiter tends to overindulge, though it does give you in large sums, but this can also bring you a sense of wealth through other people, perhaps through a partner, or for you, it actually can be through, this can actually just be through your spiritual journey, through your spiritual guide. So whoever you got going on there, you know, there's definitely a bond going on there. It is 5 places from itself. I'm sorry, 9 places from itself. So this could be past life deeds that you've done, and it's coming in for you at this time for you. All right. But I will say with Jupiter in the 8th house, just be sure to prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past. Be sure to let go of what no longer serves you and what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. All right. Moving on, you also need to become more confident and expressive in your power. Just be sure not to be over egoic here, because with Jupiter and Leo, that's just the shadow aspect of that. All right. Moving on, we don't have anything in Virgo. We have that MC in Libra. You're meant to teach the collective a different perspective. This is going to manifest in your 11th house too. Great for entertainment, but this is not about what you know necessarily. It's also about who you know. It is really important here that you're allowing other people to help you to build your career status, legacy, and life's work, because you are not meant to do this alone. Don't be afraid to share your perspective on a certain situation. I don't know if you ever heard the saying, there's side A, side B, and the truth. You are kind of that side B. Like, there's side A, there's the person that's sharing their side of the story, and 9 out of 10 times it's always you're hearing one side of the story and you're not hearing the other. You are that other side. So don't be afraid to speak up for yourself and to share your perspective there. This could come over a span of time, but this is effortless energy that will definitely benefit you, okay? Because this is energy that is getting better with time for you. With Mars and Venus in your 11th house here, you can naturally find yourself in leadership positions. Just be sure to allow other people to help you to make your dreams a tangible reality here. This could be friends, groups, networks, and organizations. Be sure also not to over-obsess with your future endeavors as well. Things will come into fruition, but just be sure not to try to reign control over things that are outside of your control either, okay? Now, there will be some transformation that you will be going through, but it's basically your losses turning into your gains. Scorpio representing the losses, the 11th house being the house of gains here, okay? With Venus being in the 11th house, it's actually great for financial situations here too, but there are squares to your second house here, which can be an indicator to to me that you do have your dreams, your visions for what you want to do, but you may feel that you don't have the resources in order to do them. Remember, you are seeing the final vision of what it is that you want to do. Just be sure that you know that you have all that you need in this current moment to get you to that next level. All right, moving on, last but not least, to that 12th house, we have that Sun and Pluto in that 12th house too. With this placement, with Sun conjunct Pluto, you will come across people that will naturally project onto you. You may not understand why. There is a trine with Jupiter in the 8th house, so you may have an idea as to where this is coming through. Plus, you have a grand trine in the water houses, and it's hitting the fire signs. So you are aware very much so of your purpose or your dharma or what you are here to do. But when it's in the water houses, this is very reflective and introspective as well. With that Sun conjunct Pluto placement, just be sure not to give into other people's projection, but to realize the power that's within you. Also, finding a belief system of your own meaning of life, your own truth, will definitely add to that power there too. The universe, you have gone through a lot of situations that the universe has removed the mask from your face, and you start seeing that everybody else is wearing a mask. That's why people get triggered, or they get, intimidated, or they may feel that they need to project around you, is because they see that you are showing up as your authentic and pure self, something that they feel that they cannot attain. So you're giving them the choice or the ultimatum to heal or to project, and 9 out of 10 times they may project if they are not ready, okay? But just be sure here that we are going after this 12th house energy in a pure and spiritual means too. Going after the 12th house energy in a material realm or in the material perspective, that can actually bring damage to not only your spiritual journey, but for you through your transformation and stepping into your power. It actually may bring more sudden changes into your life or karmic debts into your life to clear out as well, okay? But I will say with the Sun here, you are definitely working on establishing that connection with the universe, as well as focusing on your spiritual journey as well. This can also help you to step into your power. Traveling to foreign lands can definitely help here too. This can also broaden your knowledge and your perspective on life. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right, let's see who's next. Oh, 333, look at God. All right, let's see. Yvanya, of course. Yes, it is fast. It's quick. It's on North Node in the 3rd house. I saw what I said. That's really what it is. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't have Instagram, but I would love you to read my chart sometime. Well, I do private readings, so if in the case that you're interested in that, you just go to the link in my bio under Universal Analysis, and then you check out whatever you want. But we spend an hour looking at your chart. We laugh, we cry, we do all the A words. It's great. It's a good time. Let's see here. And all right. Let's get started. All right, Giovanna. Oh, another Capricorn ascendant. Today I've had a lot of back-to-backs. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, wow, your Sun's sitting right on top of my moon placement. Sun and moon twins. Would they be cousins? I don't know. Anyway, Sun's at 21 degrees Libra, Moon 9 Taurus, Moon's at a critical degree. Mercury 14 Scorpio, Venus 24 Scorpio, Mars 17 Virgo, Mars is at a critical degree. Jupiter 10 Gemini retrograde, Saturn 0 Gemini retrograde, Saturn's at a critical degree. Uranus 16 Aquarius retrograde, Neptune 3 Aquarius retrograde, Pluto 10 Sagittarius. North Node 19 Cancer retrograde, Chiron 14 Sagittarius, Ascendant 24 Capricorn, MC 6 Scorpio. All right. I notice everyone getting a reading has Venus Scorpio. I'm telling you, it's the Venus in Scorpio, moons in Scorpio, suns in Scorpio. I feel, well, I'm also a Scorpio sun myself, so I'm like, maybe, is it me? Am I attracting it? Am I the drama? I don't know. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, maybe later for lunch, I'll cook myself some grilled cheese sandwiches. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. All right. How many people are in line right now? Well, let's see. We have 10 people in line. Yvonne is up on deck, followed by 13 Lunas and Sapphira. I just want to pronounce that name right. Definitely give me the pronunciation. I want to put respect on your name. All right. Then followed that, we have Ashley, Barbara, Janet, Sage, Charlotte, Zane, and Minya. And then from that, we are going to say peace out, Girl Scout, for the weekend. All right. Zafira. Okay, Zafira. Lovely name. I like that. I'm going to remember that too. All right, here we go. Capricorn ascendant. In this lifetime, you're definitely meant to build something up for yourself. Building from the ground up is more recommended for Capricorn, unless you just got it like that. You're also meant to focus on your career status, legacy, and life's work, as well as your This can also mean your status in life too. Government can also be beneficial for you. With Saturn being in, that's 0 degrees Gemini. Yep, that is 6 places from itself. You can also focus on being of service to other people. Definitely your work energy, your work environment. Definitely focusing on your personal health, your physical development as well. Your personal health and your personal development. Could be physical too. But with Saturn being in your 6th house, definitely watch for your physical health, because sometimes you have a tendency to overwork yourself because you are the busy bee, I see. So just be sure here that we are kind of reeling it back a little bit, because this can bring some physical illness if in the case that you are overworking yourself here too. With Jupiter in the 6th house, this actually does do beneficial works for any enemies that tend to come in, because the 6th house and the 12th house are houses of hidden enemies. And so these are people that can definitely try to sabotage your work. They can try to do whatever it is, trying to put some hate on your name. But with Jupiter here, you naturally are a heavy hitter when it comes to knocking out the competition here, okay? With Jupiter and Gemini, just watch for gossip in your day-to-day, because this can be quite karmic for you. Watch for gossip and spreading misinformation, because what goes around will come back around for you, okay? Saturn's at that critical degree, so just pay extra close attention to that. With your 2nd house being in Neptune and Uranus in Aquarius here, definitely pay attention to your ideas. They're quite innovative, quite revolutionary. They can definitely be a source of your income in the later years. With Neptune here, you may fantasize about financial support, financial security as well, or just getting to better know your worth and value. You may yearn to be understood by your worth and value, or people to understand your worth and value too. But remember, that's more 8th house energy. 2nd house energy is understanding your own worth and value. Now, I'm not even going to say, oh, are you deserving? No, you are deserving. You are worthy. Yes, you are valuable, but it's up to you to see that within yourself. Establishing a connection with the universe will definitely help you to better understand these themes in your life too, okay? You also may yearn for friends, groups, networks, and organizations. Somebody who could be financially stable, or somebody who can definitely give you that comfort that you are looking for there too. All right? Nothing going on in your 3rd house in Pisces, nothing going on in your 4th house in Aries. 5th house, we have Taurus, and you have your moon here. You may find emotional fulfillment through expressing yourself, building up your confidence, and putting yourself out there. Definitely may be more creative, but you are emotionally well stable. We love to see that, don't we? Don't we? Now, with moon and Taurus here, just be sure not to overindulge when it comes to having fun with other people. All right. I will say here also, with that moon in the 5th house, you could be working in entertainment, definitely could be putting yourself out there in terms of entertainment or any creative endeavors, because that's what's going to cater towards your emotional fulfillment too, okay? Money can definitely make the world go round, and it can also bring emotional fulfillment for you too. But you can definitely earn some money through your creative works as well too, because this is actually going to cater into your MC here, what you're meant to do in your career status, like a scene, life's work, whatever you're meant to do, you're going to be quite powerful. But you are going to go through that transformation, and it's not going to be quite easy. But once you go through the transformation, you're going to realize the power and realize why you had to go through what you went through. All right, moving on. We already talked about Gemini. I'm so money oriented, I see. Now, look, it could be because with Uranus in the 2nd house too, money sometimes it comes in suddenly, and it can also go out suddenly too. So just be sure to watch the spending, because sometimes money can come or go out more than it's coming in. So just be sure that there is the balance there, okay? With North Node in the 7th house in Cancer, you're definitely moving towards being more nurturing, listening to your intuition, processing those feelings and your emotions, but also catering to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Since your ruler for the 7th house is 11 places from itself with moon in Taurus, it's actually in its exalted state. So this means you're going to gain a lot through relationships. So find the right people that are meant for you. Find the right people that definitely give you emotional fulfillment. Those people are going to definitely stick around with you, and they're going to be quite a gain within your life too. They're going to be used towards your benefit too, okay? There could be some tension in regards to your North Node and your Sun here. It is actually forming, it wants to form the T-square, but it didn't quite form that T-square there. But there could be some tension with who you are becoming and what your destiny may be. They both somehow have to do with business. Definitely tap into your feelings or your emotional fulfillment. This will definitely lead you moving forward, okay? Nothing going on in your 8th house. In your 9th house, just be sure to watch for any frustration in regards to finding a philosophy, your own personal meaning of life, and your truth as well. With Mars here, does give you energy and drive to try to figure out what the meaning of life may be, trying to figure out what your truth is, but but you will not find the truth of life because there is not just one truth, okay? But with Mars and Virgo, don't be afraid to ask questions, okay? But sometimes these questions can cause or ruffle feathers, so pay attention to that. Not if it ruffles feathers within you, but if it's ruffling feathers within other people, chances are that belief is not for you. What they're saying is not for you. You are here to gain experience too. This could come with a little bit of conflict, but I will say here that this is actually strengthening you, and this could be used towards your benefit in later years. It is getting better with time. Part of what your focus is on your career status, legacy, and life's work, also relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. You are definitely meant to have other people help you to build up your career status, legacy, and life's work. You're not meant to do it on your own. Sun is going to need a little bit more of a pep in its step. So just be sure here that we are establishing that relationship with ourselves is the best relationship you could ever have here, okay? But you may feel more complete when you're around other people, especially in that career setting too. All right, let's see what's going on here. So your Scorpio MC definitely meant to be a powerful individual within the collective here, definitely meant to teach the collective how to transform and to step into their power by going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life and making peace with their path too. I see a lot of people with Mercury in Scorpio and Venus in Scorpio today. Natural truth seekers, definitely love to get to the bottom of things, great researchers. Just be sure here that we're not being over controlling when it comes to, or over obsessive when it comes to our future endeavors that we're trying to manifest for ourselves. People will naturally help you out here just as long as you don't over obsess over it or try to take control out of things that are outside of your control as well. In terms of relationship, you may yearn for a deep connection, something with intimacy and vulnerability, something that is more transformative, but people that will stick by you despite what is going on, despite those lows. Remember, nothing lasts forever in this situation, so you may attract situations to where you may feel emotionally fulfilled, but it's not going to last a long time, okay? That's trying to teach you that when there's endings, there's always going to be new beginnings as well. All right. Last but not least, before I let you go, we do have Pluto at Pluto in Sagittarius as well as Chiron in Sagittarius. You could have grown up with a belief system, a religion that you didn't quite resonate with, and so it is up to you to try to figure out what best resonates with you. You could have issues trusting the unknown, establishing a connection with the universe because you may not know what's going to come. You may feel that as though the universe is silent. Usually when the universe is silent, that's when the universe is working on your behalf, and it does seem to be that when the universe is working on your behalf, you may find that it's like that's the time when you want to try to get to know the universe, or you may try to test the universe yourself. When you do focus and lean more into your spiritual journey, that's what's going to help you to step into your power. Finding also a belief system or a philosophy that best resonates with you at this current time will also help you as well too. Also finding a balance between spiritual development and personal development will also help you out here too. You just need to find the balance there, all right? That's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. My MC's also at 29 degrees. I've got a lot of 29 degrees placement in my chart along with 0 degrees too. Ooh, endings and new beginnings is what that represents there. 29 degrees being endings, 0 degrees being new beginnings. Of course, anytime, anytime. Let's see who's next. Did I just do? Yes, I did. Okay. We got 9 to go, 9 to go. Readings are closed, by the way. Oh, I can't see that readings are closed, but readings are closed. Readings are closed. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, we have 13 Lunas. 13 Lunas. Let's see. And Bellflower, California. Is that North Central? Oh, not Missouri. I've also, every day that I've done a reading, somebody has had the birthday of November 29th. Am I triggered? Not really, but I'm just like, wow. Interesting. Interesting. It's in LA. Oh, really? You know, it's just smart. It's just smart. That's my birthday too. Happy birthday to my November's 29th. I'm exactly a month before you. All right, let's see here. Come on, Leo Ascendant. You better express yourself. All right, let's see what's going on down here. Sun's at 7 degrees Sagittarius, Moon 28 Libra, Mercury 0 Sagittarius, Mercury's at a critical degree. Venus 3 Scorpio, Mars 26 Leo, Jupiter 27 Scorpio, Saturn 6 Pisces. How's that Saturn return going for you? Uranus 23 Capricorn, Neptune 21 Capricorn, Pluto 28 Scorpio, North Node 13 Scorpio retrograde, Chiron 24 Virgo, Ascendant 10 Leo, MC3 Taurus. All right, no critical degrees that I see. No, just kidding. We have the one critical degree for Mercury. All right, let's see what's going on here. In this lifetime, you're definitely meant to focus on expressing yourself, putting yourself out there, building up that confidence despite other people's projection. You're also meant to have fun in this lifetime, okay? Really tapping into that inner child and really catering to what's fun and recreational in life too. This can also mean a focus of being a teacher, definitely attracting your audience and teaching what you know, and also attracting love and romance, which can possibly lead to procreation and progeny as well. With your chart ruler also being 5 places from itself, these themes that I just listed are expanded as well. Since your sun is in Sagittarius, this means that you're also going to be focusing on finding a philosophy, a belief system, a meaning of life that is best catered to you, finding your own truth, okay? Now, with this also being in Sagittarius in your 5th house, you need to just focus on staying away from overindulging, because that can sometimes come about with that being in the 5th house or with Jupiter ruling over your 5th house. But it's very lucky energy, I will say here. All right. Now, you also have Mercury in your 5th house too, definitely naturally witty and charming. Could be a great communicator as well. Just watch for lying energy when Mercury is in that 5th house too, because Mercury in the 5th has a tendency of trying to, it's a good storyteller, but has the tendency of telling things that are not true as true. So just watch out for that, okay? With Mars being in your 1st house too, there's a lot of energy and drive to go after the things that you would like to do. Just be sure to watch out for impulsivity and spontaneity. This is actually towards your career status, legacy, and life's work. Be sure to take your time, okay? But things are definitely going to happen for you once you put in the correct energy, and you do have the energy to back you up too. Sometimes you can get frustrated easily, especially when people are not doing the things that you would want them to do, or they're not or they're irritating your energy. That you can get frustrated easily. Pay attention to that as well. Moving on to your 2nd house, you have Chiron and Virgo. There are wounds around critique, criticism, perfectionism. Perhaps when you tried to say certain things or you just showed up as yourself, people always had something to say. They were kind of like nitpicky. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't really like that you said this about me, or I don't like that you did this action, when you really did nothing wrong. You were just trying to better the situation or be of service to somebody. Just realize with this placement, not everybody wants to be helped and not everybody is trying to be helped. So just pay attention to that. Don't change yourself for other people just because they say that, oh, I don't like the delivery, because everything that you're saying or everything that you've done is the right thing to do. It's just because it's their reaction that you just don't have to give into. So focus on your personal development journey. Definitely focus on your daily routine or the things that you need to do within your day-to-day. Also, I could have told, or I can sense that this could have affected your worth and value early on. Just be sure to ask yourself when enough is enough. And this is definitely going to help you within your day-to-day. That'll help you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people as well. In your 3rd house, we have Moon in Libra. So just be sure to communicate what you're feeling, or communicate with people what you're feeling as well too. This could be close people, close confidants as well, but other people definitely like to hear what you have to say. So don't be afraid to hold back what you're really feeling, okay? Because this could actually help you towards your career status, legacy, and life's work as well. And this could be around for quite a long time too. You got quite the party in your 4th house there. You got Venus, North Node, Jupiter, Pluto as well in your 4th house there. Definitely could have been transformative upbringing. Definitely could be a generational curse bringer here. Could come from a large family or from a family that is very philosophical, or there could be a lot of wisdom that you learned early on through your family as well. Part of your North Node lesson is to stop spending so much energy in your career status, legacy, and life's work, and actually spend some time developing your personal life, as well as developing your feelings and your emotions, feeling them through, and listening to your intuition. This is something that can bring you to the depths of who you are, but it's something that can definitely help you to better understand who you are too. With Jupiter and Scorpio, it's going to bring you through some traumatic or transformative situations that may help you to better understand who you are at a foundational level too. Just be sure to note that when you don't listen to your intuition, these transformations can happen for you. So a little word of advice there. Venus in the 4th house, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of that energy where we're going to show the public a nice face, but then behind the scenes we got things going on here. So just be sure here that we're being our authentic selves despite what picture your family's trying to paint. I will say it's really good for real estate though, I'm not going to lie. With Venus and Scorpio, in terms of relationships, you may yearn for a deeper connection, ones that have intimacy, vulnerability, something that is, despite the transformative sides, this is something that's going to last and pan out for you. All right, with Venus and Scorpio also can bring transformation within a relationship. It could bring power struggle since Pluto is here as well too, but it's usually something that is, it hits that deep soul-like connection. Moving on, we already went over Sagittarius. With Capricorn, we have North Node and Uranus here. Not North Node, we have Neptune and Uranus here. With Neptune being in the 6th house, you may yearn to work for yourself, or you may yearn to be an authority figure within your workspace. With Uranus, you may change jobs easily because it may not resonate to where it is that you'd like to grow, or you may feel like the growth is too slow for you at that time. Now, I will say there's effortless trining or effortless energy with your Chiron placement, so you may experience some wounds, or you may experience some things coming from below the surface in your workplace. Do face that head on, because that can actually deal out some karma for you or help you to learn those hard lessons, okay? You will incorporate some type of hardship within your day-to-day, but I will say here, pay attention to any ideas that you may have within your day-to-day that can help you towards manifesting any future endeavors that you have for yourself. Also, having some sort of communication with the universe can give you some downloads and ideas that can get you through the day-to-day with your work routines or anything that you do within your day-to-day that can help towards your career status, legacy, and life's work. Nothing in your 7th house. In your 8th house, you have Saturn and Pisces. How's that Saturn return going for you right now? For starters, when you have Saturn in the 8th house, it may not be the healthiest situation, but it usually indicates a long life. May not be the easiest, may not be the healthiest. Be sure to let go of things that no longer serve you, and I mean be sure to let go of like the material things that no longer serve you, because there is the aspect of holding on to things just for the sake of nostalgic purposes, or because you want to hold on to them. Like, for instance, you could hold on to report cards from the 4th grade, or you still may have your very first tooth. You may have like pictures of when you, pictures, that's one thing, but like you may carry around like things that you did on February 6th of 2003. And it's not serving you any purpose. So it is really important with this placement here that we're letting go of what no longer serves you as well. Also, not trying to control things that are outside of your control, or micromanage things that are outside of your control either as well too. Saturn here wants you to make your dreams a tangible reality. So it is really important for you to look at your dreams from a realistic standpoint, but also prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface and accepting the darker aspects of life. That way you can step more into your power and actually do what it is that you need to do towards your career status, legacy, and life's work as well, okay? Nothing going on in Aries. We have Taurus MC. Anything that you do build for yourself, it is going to be around for a long time, but it does require patience. It is a slow and steady process for you. Just be open to other people helping you out within your career status, legacy, and life's work, as you were not meant to do this by yourself. You will definitely open yourself to receptivity too, since Venus is holding an influence over your 10th house, okay? With your 10th house ruler manifesting through that through your 4th house, it is 7 places from itself, so it does desire the comforts of life. It does desire to rest and to be more nurturing. As I said, real estate can definitely work out for you here. Also, managing other people's money, doing something in the financial sector, or even just being a counselor to other people, helping other people out, can definitely be applicable for career as well. Just be sure that there is a balance between giving and receiving, because you can either give too much or you are not giving enough. So just be sure that there is a balance there too. And that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank y'all. All right, let's see here. Zafira, you're up next. 8 to go, 8 to go. Okay, here we go. Yep, Zafira is here. Wow, I'm sitting here scrolling. Did I not do, hold on a second. Oh, I didn't. Okay, cool. Ooh, Everett, Washington. I took an Amtrak through Everett before. We got there at like 6 at night. I did it from Seattle. I took a Amtrak from Seattle to New York, and one of the stops was Everett. Very beautiful, very mountainous over there. We love the lakes. We do. Also, your birthday is my mother's birthday. Happy almost birthday. What are you doing for your birthday? What do you plan to do? Any plans? Got anything planned for your birthday? Let's see. Twins, I know, right? Let's see. Where is my mouse? Why is it not working? All right, Scorpio ascendant. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, very protected. 1555 can be a confirmation number from your angels. If you're into numerology, Sun's at 15 degrees Virgo, Moon 18 Aries, Mercury 1 Virgo, Venus 2 Virgo, Mars 12 Leo, Jupiter 24 Pisces retrograde, Saturn 3 Taurus retrograde, Uranus 9 Aquarius retrograde, Uranus is at a critical degree, Neptune 29 Capricorn retrograde, Neptune's at a critical degree, Pluto 5 Sagittarius, North Node 0 Virgo retrograde, North Node's at a critical degree, Chiron 15 Scorpio, Ascendant 17 Scorpio, MC3 Virgo. I'm seeing a lot of Virgo in this chart. Look at that. How's your thoughts? Are you over worrying? Going to Korea? Oh gosh, I'm a great +1. Let me tell you, I love traveling. I love to walk in different countries. I may stand out a little bit, but I'm a great +1. Look, you can pick me up. Just whenever you're going. Is the line to be read closed for today? Yes, the readings are closed for today, but if you would like a reading, I'm going to be back either Monday or Tuesday, but if you would like a private reading, you can always go to the link in my bio and book through that, okay? Let's see what's going on here. All right, Scorpio Ascendant. In this lifetime, you're meant to stand in your power. And that could have been hard for you early on with that Chiron placement. Anytime when you tried to be yourself, anytime when you tried to form your sense of identity, people always tried to tear you down. This could have left some deep wounds for you here. You are meant to prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, examining the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past. Letting go of what no longer serves you, and letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. Just be sure not to give in to the projection that is coming in from other people, because usually with Scorpio placements, especially with Scorpio ascendants, anytime when Pluto is near that ascendant or has an influence on the ascendant, people tend to project, and you may not understand why, but this is because you go through enough transformation within your life to where the universe removes your mask, and you start seeing how many people are wearing masks. And so it's important not to give into the projection, is because you just showing up as your authentic self is actually giving them the ultimatum to heal or to project, and 9 out of 10 times they're going to project, okay? So just don't give into it, all right? That's what's going to help you to heal yourself and to heal other people. Just be sure that you are taking action towards whatever it is that you would like to accomplish within your career, status, legacy, and life's work, since your chart ruler is sitting in that 10th house. Just watch out for impulsivity and spontaneity as well. You do have a second ruler within your second house. Just be sure not to over-obsess over money, and do not equate money to your worth and value as well. Finding a belief system, a philosophy, and meaning of life can definitely help you to step into your power some more. All right? Also, with Pluto and Sagittarius, watch for frivolous spending, okay? Moving on to that third house, we have Neptune here. You may yearn to develop your skills in communication or find a sense of community, your own tribe, people that best resonate with you. And this is going to definitely get better over a span of time, and it's going to come to you, because remember, Saturn doesn't deny, it delays. And since Saturn has an influence on your third house, it is just teaching you some lessons in regards to communication, spreading the right information. Watch for gossip or spreading misinformation here, because it can have that karmic influence on that. And this is where Saturn's lessons tend to come in. So just don't give into that, all right? With Uranus being in the 4th house, this could indicate that you had an absent parent or a very unconventional upbringing. Usually it does indicate an absent parent. That is throwing aspects to Saturn. It could be your father figure. Mother is still applicable, which either parent was the less dominant parent here too. Now with Uranus being in Aquarius, your unconventional upbringing is actually helping you towards accomplishing your goals within career, status, legacy, and life's work here too. Could definitely cause some frustrations, especially the more you learn about your family early on. It is really going to be important to understand why things happened, but part of your purpose is also to express. There's nothing wrong with expressing, frustration or things like that, but it's also when, like, how do I word this? There's nothing wrong with expressing your frustration, especially since your North Node is conjunct that Mars, just making sure. No, actually, just kidding. North Node is in Virgo, so scratch what I just said. With Mars being in the 10th house, Mars can actually mean you have a lot of energy and drive towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Just be sure here that we're not throwing ourselves into career and just like detaching from what happened early on, because sooner or later you're going to have to deal with what has happened early on in childhood here too. Mars in the 10th is actually going to bring a lot of competition, but you definitely have the energy and drive to take that on. Just don't be so impulsive when it comes to your career, status, legacy, and life's work too. Moving on, we do have Jupiter and Pisces in the 5th house. Great placement for Jupiter to be in. Watch for overindulgence or escapism. There's nothing wrong with doing it in moderation, but just be sure that we're not overindulging in certain things as well. You have a lot of spiritual gifts. Connecting to the universe can be something that can be quite easily for you, or you may find yourself in a spiritual awakening and it just happens for you. Just be sure here with Jupiter and Pisces that we're not walking yourself into other people's drama and taking on that energy, since you are quite sensitive to taking on energy, okay? With Jupiter being in the 5th house, if in the case that you want children, this is actually a great placement to have that. It does trine your Chiron here, so having children can definitely help you to heal not only yourself, but others as well. Moving on to your 6th house in Aries, Moon, you need to face your emotions head on. If not, this can lead to violent outbursts, lashing out. We wouldn't want that there. Now, we do have a yod that's pointing to this moon, so this means focusing on finding emotional fulfillment through your work schedules, your routines, your personal development, and your physical health as well. Also finding emotional fulfillment with the work that you do, of being of service to other people and not rushing through that work as well, okay? Now, I also will say with Aries being in the 6th house, the universe may naturally fight for your health here in a very good way. Since Mars has an influence over that 6th house, it usually fights for good health. So you may not be sick as much, but just don't overwork yourself to your detriment with this placement, okay? Saturn being in your 7th house definitely can bring some karmic lessons in regards to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. With Saturn in Taurus is also teaching you lessons in regards to your worth, your value, and material possession. You need to learn how to give back to yourself by filling up your own cup, having a relationship with yourself. I always say it's the best relationship one can ever have. Now, with Saturn in Taurus, this could delay relationships until after your Saturn return, or it can bring karmic relationships up until the moment right before your Saturn return, because I understand that Saturn's lessons can be learned quicker now. I don't know. That's all energy work. But I will say with Saturn and Taurus, just be sure that we're not staying in relationships that do not serve our best benefit. Staying in toxic relationships as well, too. All right. This can also mean friendships as well. Friends, groups, networks, and organizations, too. Okay. Great for this placement is great for business, but it may not be the best for relationships. Okay. But it is getting better with time. Let's see here. Nothing in Gemini, nothing in Cancer. 10th house, we already went over. Your 11th house, you got quite the party here. We have North Node, we have Mercury, we have Venus, we have the MC, we also have the Sun. With your Sun, basically you're developing into focusing on your future endeavors and manifesting them to make them a tangible reality. You're definitely more analytical, definitely love to be of service to other people. Just watch for self-criticism and criticism of others as well. Watch for over-worrying, definitely watch your mind, but also just be sure here to pay attention to any ideas that you may have to execute your future endeavors here too. You're not meant to do this alone, because other people will definitely help you out with Venus's influence in the 11th house, but don't be the picky patty, because with Venus in Virgo, Venus in the 6th house, I'm guilty of it myself, we tend to be picky patties, so much so to the point where we kind of push everybody away because they may have that one little imperfection about them, okay? With North Node being here, you definitely have a great fortune that you're moving in towards, but with North Node in Virgo, you're here to make your dreams a tangible reality, and so you're definitely kind of just not waiting for things to happen, but rather taking the action for yourself. Remember, this process is not going to be easy. Just take whatever action you deem necessary to make those dreams a tangible reality for yourself, okay? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right. What time on Monday, Tuesday? I'd love to do this. 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. Please adjust for your time zone if applicable. It's my birthday today. Can you see why I have no friends to celebrate it with? I'm so sorry. Happy birthday, by the way. But readings are closed for today, unfortunately. I'm kind of backed up with readings at the moment. But I will say if you do book, well, I will say this. If you book on Monday and Tuesday, I can put you first on the list. How about that? I'll give you a belated birthday present. But happy birthday. Today's your special day. But now I feel bad because I'm like, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, and you're good. Virgo stellium in the 1st house. Oh, you're naturally a hermit. You're meant to be in isolation. You got some gifts within yourself. That may be why. But also Saturn's transiting your 7th house too, which makes it a little bit like you kind of already know the type of person that you would like to have, but there could be this like fantasizing of what you want a relationship to look like, but there is that perfectionistic tendency there too. Right now is a great time to have a relationship with yourself. Right now is a great time to focus on your goals, what it is that you would like for yourself too, and then the relationship comes in for you. But since Saturn trines your 11th and your 3rd house, 11th being friends, groups, networks, and organizations, 7th house being close connections as well as relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connections, and then 3rd house being communities, tribes as well. All right, let's see here. Who's up next? Ashley's up next. Ashley's up next. We have 7 left to go. We're doing good here. We're doing good. All right, let's see. Ashley is from Akron, Ohio. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. No, A, B, C. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. And okay, here we go. All right, Gemini ascendant. Yes, Gemini ascendants. Oh, wow, look at all that Capricorn. Wow, 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 wow. All right, let's just take a look at what's going on here. Sun is at 3 degrees Aquarius, Moon 28 Sagittarius, Mercury 10 Capricorn, Venus 25 Capricorn retrograde, Mars 25 Sagittarius, Jupiter 2 Cancer retrograde, Saturn 18 Capricorn, Uranus 7 Capricorn, Neptune 12 Capricorn, Pluto 17 Scorpio, North Node 17 Aquarius retrograde, Chiron 12 Cancer retrograde, Ascendant 29 Gemini, Ascendant at a critical degree, MC 5 Pisces. All right, let's take a look at what's going on up here. All right, in this lifetime, you're definitely meant to focus on your siblings, your cousins, your immediate environment. They can definitely have an impact on who you become in this lifetime as well. Focusing on communication, community, and developing your skills too. Definitely could be a jack of all trade, master of none, but you'll always do it better than the master of one. With your chart ruler being in the 8th house, you may feel weak at times, like the more your life progresses on, the weaker that you may feel, but you are meant to step into your power, definitely going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past. You're meant to let go of energy that does not serve you. The more energy you hold on to, the weaker that you may feel, okay? So definitely prioritize that healing journey. You're naturally a truth teller as well, or a truth seeker, so you're definitely a lie detector. You may know when people are lying to you or they're not being honest with you as well too. Great researcher, you know how to get to the bottom of things. It is really important with this placement that we're not micromanaging things that are outside of your control. You are definitely going to be here for a long time. Saturn in the 8th house can definitely indicate a long life. May not be the healthiest, but just be sure here that we are also confronting your fears with intimacy, vulnerability, and your healing journey as well as transformation, okay? With Neptune here can make you very intuitive, but just be sure that we are not over fantasizing transformation and intimacy and vulnerability, because we need to be sure that we're looking at that from the realistic standpoint. Because with Neptune, it's not giving us the truth, it's going to just make us confused, but establishing that connection with the universe can definitely help you to better understand your transformation or why you're going through the certain things that you're going through. With a lot of 8th house placements, you definitely could be clearing some karmic debts in this lifetime, especially with this being in Capricorn as well. May not be the easiest life, but definitely is going to help you to stand in your power and put you in alignment with your dharmic path, the path that you're meant to be on. Just making sure with Uranus being here too, sudden changes could be financial, also could be transformative as well. You can definitely come into money, a sudden inheritance, or you may lose money because the 8th house is also the house of debts as well. So just be sure that we are paying attention to our finances, since this all is throwing an aspect to your 2nd house of Cancer through that Chiron placement. I also see a couple of aspects being made with Jupiter here too, but since Jupiter is closer to your ascendant, it's going to throw the aspect to your 7th house here too. All right, let's see what else. Did I get everything? Uranus, Neptune, said that. Venus. Okay, so Venus can also be another indicator for you that you have an inheritance coming in as well. With Venus, though, just be sure that you're not being intimate and vulnerable with everybody, because that can actually tune into that Neptune placement, and that's where the lessons could be learned as well here too. All right. Let's see here. Yes, I'm reading charts right now. Hello, hello. All right, moving on. So that was that 8th house, but we've got to move on to the 2nd house. We have Jupiter here. We have Chiron here too. With Chiron here, these are wounds pertaining to your worth and value. This could have come from family. Perhaps maybe there were situations that happened that really could have had you question your worth or value, or if you deserve certain things, or are you undervaluing yourself? Ask yourself when enough is enough here. This is really going to start that healing journey, that it's not going to just help you to heal yourself, but it's going to help you to heal other people as well. But ask yourself when enough is enough. That will definitely help you to further establish your worth and value. With Jupiter here, this is a lot of opportunity to really cater after what your worth and value is, what you are deserving of. The law of attraction can definitely help you financially here, since Jupiter is at a very strong position. It is at exaltation. It's at its strongest point here too. This can actually come through your career status, legacy, and life's work too. So establishing a connection with the universe can definitely help you out here as well. But money can definitely flow in effortlessly through your career. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, second house. You have a moon influence on your second house, so money can definitely come and go, but you have more of an opportunity to bring in money, and this can also come in through relationships, through other people. So relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts as well. It is 6 places from itself, so it can come with a little bit of issue, but usually you have the energy to work that out. It usually falls within your favor, okay? Moving on, we do have nothing in Leo, nothing in Virgo, nothing in Libra, and Scorpio in your 6th house. You have Pluto here. I don't know who instilled into you early on that you need to be of service to other people, that you need to, be the people pleaser, that you need to do things perfect, that you need to have it all correct. Get that out, get that out, because with that's actually going to bring a sudden transformation within you. Could even be a health related situation that could have happened with Pluto in the 6th. It could bring a certain disease that makes you realize that life is something completely different than you thought it was. It also could really pivot you into your personal development journey through certain things that happen within your day-to-day as well. Usually when it's in Scorpio, it's something very transformative that makes you very vulnerable, and it wakes you up to the realities of what the world is. You start seeing that not many people kind of know themselves, but you're kind of teeter-tottering on this balance between the spiritual and the physical as well here too. Now, this is throwing a little bit of tension with your North Node here in Aquarius, because it may rock your belief, it may rock your faith a little bit as to what it is that you're meant to do, or what your purpose is here too, what the meaning of life is for you too. Now, you may ask a lot of questions. That is actually what is beneficial for you. Do ask those questions. Is what you're meant to do. It is really important here that you are watching for any chaotic tendencies or rebelling against the more conservative or more traditional belief systems. You're here to form your own belief system through your own experience here. That's what makes your 9th house in Aquarius quite unique. So definitely tapping into that South Node of expressing your thoughts and expressing your opinions, bringing that into the 9th house where you are questioning these traditional beliefs and asking the right questions there too. All right, but with Pluto in the 6th house, just be sure to not overwork yourself. You do have a powerful work ethic, but sometimes you can over obsess about your day-to-day or over obsess about work too. Okay, definitely find out what belief system serves you right there too, because do you actually need to put in so much work? This can also manifest as somebody has told you you need to work so hard just to get to a certain level of success, and you may find in your life that that is not the case. I know it's Saturn in Capricorn that naturally teaches you that, but you don't have to overwork yourself so much to the point where you are like drained and dead and you're not resting and you're only concerned about work for the sake of money or for the sake of, fulfillment or success. That's not what life is all about. And with that North Node, you're meant to really go through what you personally believe in. It's actually what you're becoming, since your sun is in Aquarius at 3 degrees in your 9th house, okay? We do have Mars in the moon in Sagittarius. Just checking if you have another Sagittarius placement. You don't. Okay, so we have Mars in the moon here. Now, the moon is sitting right on your descendant. It's sitting right on your descendant, right behind us in your moon dominant. Definitely very nurturing, very caring. Just be sure that people are not taking advantage of you on an inner level as well. You definitely could have moved around a lot with moon in Sagittarius, but just be sure that you are finding emotional fulfillment through your belief system, through your philosophy, through your own meaning of life, through your own truth, okay? With Mars here, just be sure not to bring other people into your one-to-one interactions if there's a conflict. Say, for instance, if there's a conflict with me, don't bring other people into that. That's all. So basically, it's just keeping it one-to-one, not including everybody within your business. There's a lot of energy and drive to figure out what your belief systems may be or what your philosophy may be. Sometimes it can be a little frustrating, but do not rush in or out of relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, and also don't rush in or out of a belief system or a certain religion, because that can actually leave some psychological damage if not careful, okay? We already went over Capricorn in your 8th, already went over Aquarius in your 9th, Pisces, MC. You definitely need to establish a connection with the universe here, because you are being guided towards your career. It may be a little confusing as to what you're meant to do, but you have a vision of what it is that you're meant to do, and it's really all about taking the correct action to get you there, and you are definitely guided within the action that you take. Sometimes it may not make any sense at all. Some days it's just like, oh, this just makes too much sense. Part of what you're meant to do could be in entertainment, could be to express yourself, could be also to put yourself out there as well. Now, with this placement here, You could be a great teacher. You may share your experience. You may share some things that you have gone through as part of your experience. But this is something that you're being guided towards. So really catering to your spiritual development is really going to help you towards moving towards your career goals. It's also going to help you to better understand yourself too, okay? Especially with that 29-degree placement for your ascendant. That's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Barbara is up next. Barbara. Please share instructions to request a reading. Readings are now closed for today, unfortunately. I will be back on Monday or Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard or 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, of course. All right, Barbara is up next. Here we go. Getting a lot of Californias today. Oh no, that's not your name. Okay, and 1:11 a.m. Look at that synchronicity. 4 and 1:11. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's see what we sound here. See you Monday or Tuesday. Thank you. Of course, of course. See you Monday, Tuesday. All right, let's see down here what's going on. Sun's at 17 degrees Aquarius, Moon 26 Sagittarius, Mercury 5 Pisces, Venus 22 Aquarius, Venus is at a critical degree. Mars 7 Aquarius, Jupiter 13 Scorpio, Saturn 0 Pisces, Saturn's at a critical degree. Uranus 23 Capricorn, Neptune 21 Capricorn, Pluto 27 Scorpio, North Node 29 Scorpio retrograde. North Node's at a critical degree. Chiron 7 Virgo retrograde, Ascendant 24 Scorpio, MC 3 Virgo. All right, so let's take a look in a book. Reading Rainbow. All right, so Scorpio ascendant. In this lifetime, you're really meant to step into your power, especially because Pluto was conjunct that ascendant. It's actually ascending towards your ascendant too, which means that you're going to feel Pluto's energy a bit more than like other placements here too. You're going to feel, you're going to feel Pluto's energy, you're going to feel Saturn's energy because they're all conjunct angles. Mercury's energy, you're going to feel. Chiron's energy, you're going to feel as well too. North Node, you may feel as well too, but since it's a fictitious point rather than actual placement, you may not feel the North Node as much. You're just going to move towards that naturally. But with Scorpio ascendant, you're definitely meant to stand in your power and not give any attention into other people's projection, because you're going to go through a lot of transformations, a lot of deaths and rebirths in your life that is going to cause the universe to remove your mask. And then once that mask is removed, you're going to see how many people are not how many people are wearing their mask, because you're now showing up as your authentic self. And with this placement here, you're going to realize that not everybody is showing up in their authentic selves, okay? With Jupiter and Scorpio, another indicator that you are a natural lie detector. People can't lie to you. And I feel like people can sense that about you, which makes people feel a little bit intimidated, but you always question, why do people feel intimidated? For you, it's just be yourself, but you have to realize it's the certain things that you've gone through, or perhaps the path that you are walking down, that is making you to be more, it's making it more easy to be authentic, if that makes sense. But with Pluto here, just don't give into other people's projection. You're a very powerful individual, okay? But with North Node here, you're also meant to focus on moving towards your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past as well, okay? Just be sure to let go of what no longer serves you. Letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. There's a lot of inner tension and conflict here. We do see a major T-square here, so tapping into relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, asking the universe when enough is enough to establish your worth and value, and also not equating your money to your worth and value will definitely help you to ease some of this inner conflict and tension that you may be having, okay? We do have the moon in Sagittarius. Just watch for frivolous spending here. Money can definitely come and go quite easily. Not because of Sagittarius, but more because the moon waxes and wanes, so it's going through phases. So you may go through phases where money is really great. You may go through other phases where money is not so great as well. Could indicate that you moved around a lot quite a bit, or that you find emotional fulfillment through finding a philosophy, a meaning of life, a certain belief system as well. Just be sure to find your own truth, okay? Just be sure that these truths resonate with you on an emotional level. If not, not worth it, all right? Let's see here. We have Neptune in Capricorn as well as Uranus. So I will say that anything that you're sharing to other people, rather this just be information, rather this just be something that you learned, it's going to be quite progressive here. What that means is people may not listen to it or take to it at the moment that you tell them, but like months or years down the road, people will start saying the things that you've been saying all along. That's kind of the catch-22 with Uranus or Aquarius being in that third house. And with Neptune here, just be sure to establish a connection with the universe, because the universe definitely may give you ideas that can cater towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work here, okay? Moving on, we have Mars, we have Sun, and we have Venus here in Aquarius. Saturn is at Pisces. Okay, so with Venus and Aquarius here, well, Aquarius being in the fourth house, first and foremost, can indicate to me an unconventional upbringing. It could also indicate a hidden parent, a parent that may have not have been there, but that's usually when Uranus is in the fourth house. That's much more of an indicator for me. But hey, this could still be the thing too. This could have been a father figure or the less dominant parent. But for the most part, I say the father figure because the sun is here. With Mars in the fourth, there could have been an inner conflict and tension in the home growing up. This could have been a family that could have presented to the public that they were all great, that there was nothing bad, but then behind the scenes, it was something completely different. Just be sure that we're not detaching yourself from your emotions. You need to feel your emotions instead of over intellectualizing them as well. You are becoming the nurturer. You're definitely becoming somebody who listens to their intuition more, as well as somebody who is coming to know their feelings and their emotions, learning themselves at a foundational level as well. This process could be quite frustrating at times, especially because it may not be working at the time that you want it to. However, just be sure to take your time with this process as well. This is actually a very beneficial placement for real estate. You have Venus and Mars in the fourth house. Mars is a significator of land or acquiring land. Venus is just real estate in general. So you would do well in real estate in the case that that's something that you'd like to do. Moving on, we do have Saturn and Mercury in that fifth house, definitely working towards putting yourself out there, building up your confidence and expressing yourself is something that has not been quite easy for you. That's something that you would want to happen for yourself. You want to be confident, you want to have fun in life, and you definitely want to enjoy life for its recreation, or perhaps maybe you want love and romance, or maybe you want children as well. These are things that can definitely happen for you. Remember, Saturn just delays, it doesn't deny. But with Saturn, it can manifest in a variety of ways in the fifth house. Either you're working so much that you're not giving yourself enough time to have fun, or it's that you don't feel confident enough with the things that you're doing, but you need that confidence to really succeed within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Overall, just watch out for any escapism. Since Pisces is here, developing a connection with the universe can definitely help you to build up your confidence and to further express yourself. Sometimes when you communicate, it may not be the easiest to understand, but developing that connection with the universe can make it better understanding for you. With Mercury in the fifth house, this is great for storytelling. Just be sure that we're not spreading lies outside of that storytelling or things that are said to be untrue. Okay? With Mercury in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces, Saturn definitely is trying to make your dreams a tangible reality, especially within confidence. I don't know if you're working in entertainment or you're doing something that is entertaining people or really just expressing yourself. You need to put yourself out there, because that's actually going to not only put you help you in your career, status, legacy, and life's work, but it's also going to help you to not only heal yourself but to heal other people too, with that Chiron in Virgo. Since there's an opposition here, there definitely needs to be the balance between your personal and your public life. Also, there needs to be confidence within your future endeavors that you are manifesting for yourself. You are meant to be of service to other people. That is part of your mission in this lifetime, but you also need to go through your own personal development journey, which means catering to yourself, not changing yourself for other people. Also, with Chiron in Virgo, this is wounds around perfectionism, wounds around criticism and critique. People definitely could have tried to nitpick at you because of how you presented yourself. Sometimes you can present like you have it all together, even if you don't, but people always had some sort of issue with how you presented yourself or how you spread information. Just building confidence within who you are it's going to help you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people as well too. Okay? Nothing in Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. Okay? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Last but not least, be sure not to give into projection, as I said before, with Pluto conjunct your ascendant, because that can also affect your public standing there. That's actually a little bit of the conflict there. The things that you're going through now is actually catering or helping you towards your career, status, legacy, life's work, and your future endeavors too, because there's something that you're meant to do that's going to put you in a position of authority there, okay? And you need to show up correct. So I will leave you with that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Am I going through my Saturn return? Saturn is in Pisces. So if your Saturn is in Pisces, yes, you're going through your Saturn return. All right, that was Barbara. Janet, Sage, Charlotte. Oh, wow, we're down to 5 already. Okay, here we go. Did I do? I did. Okay, cool. All right, Janet, you're up first. here we go. If I can spell correctly. All right, let's see here. Ooh, Los Angeles. My brother lived in Los Angeles. It was his Saturn line, though. He was Saturn on his ascendant line, I think. But I don't know if I can live in Los Angeles. I lived in the little Los Angeles, Las Vegas, which was completely different. But will I be doing that again? Probably not. My chart ruler being in the 8th house, not a cute look for me, in my opinion. All right, let's see here. All right, do we have a Leo ascendant? Yes, and Jupiter is at 29 degrees Cancer, is that? 0 degrees Leo, oh, look at God. All right, let's see here, what you got going on here? All right, we have Sun 7 Pisces, Moon 11 Pisces, Mercury 22 Pisces, all that Pisces, look at God. Venus 24 Capricorn, Mars 29 Aquarius, Mars is at a critical degree. Jupiter 0 Leo retrograde, Jupiter is at a critical degree. Saturn 10 Virgo retrograde, Uranus 20 Scorpio retrograde, Neptune 20 Sagittarius, Pluto 18 Libra retrograde, North Node 18 Virgo retrograde. Oh, we have the same North Node sitting on the degree and everything. You are very spiritually protected. 555 can definitely be a confirmation number for you from your angels, or if you're into numerology, Chiron 5 Taurus, Ascendant 1 Leo, MC 21 Aries. All right, let's see here. Yes, maybe I can learn something from your chart, and my chart too. You never know. All right, in this lifetime, you're definitely meant to express yourself, put yourself out there, as well as really cater to your creativity and your inner child, focusing on having fun, enjoying life's recreation, love and romance, and children can definitely be a byproduct of that. With Jupiter here, you're bringing into this lifetime a lot of experience. Just watch for the over-ego and the arrogant energy that can come as a shadow aspect with Jupiter and Leo here. With your chart ruler being 8 places from itself, this can actually indicate that you may feel weak as time goes on. You really need to prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, really letting go of what no longer serves you, and letting go of what no longer that is in alignment with your dharmic path. When you let go of these things, that's when the universe puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. But I will say this can be a little bit tricky for you because it's dealing with Pisces energy. So this is all energy. So letting go of energies that no longer serve you will definitely make you feel more stronger, and it'll also help you to step into your power as well. Okay? Now, you were born basically at a new moon is what I'm seeing here, because the sun and moon are very close conjunct together. But you were born, basically, you're here to really experience new beginnings within transformation. So you're going to go through a lot of transformations within yourself, within your life. Just be sure that we are not being so naive when it comes to bringing other people in. We can't be intimate and vulnerable with everybody. With Mercury here, this makes you a natural truth detector, or a lie detector too. So you can tell when other people are lying, and you naturally like to get to the bottom of things. Some people may not understand your thought process, but really establishing a connection with the universe can definitely help you to better understand yourself, okay? With Moon here, you'll find emotional fulfillment through finding a deep connection through intimacy and vulnerability, as well as establishing that connection with the universe. Trusting in the unknown is also going to be something that can give you emotional fulfillment. We're really catering to your spiritual journey. With Mars being in that's in your 7th house, so we'll get to that in just a second then. Nothing going on. Oh, sorry. With your 2nd house, we have Saturn and we have the North Node. So part of your mission in this lifetime is really to figure out what your worth and value is as well too. Are you deserving? Which, yes, you are deserving. You are deserving. Same born day as the total solar eclipse. Oh, okay, so that changes the game a little bit, because you definitely have a lot of massive changes happening. Oh, yeah, no, this makes a lot of sense as to why you're going through a lot of transformation. Okay, yes. This is now starting to make more sense here. Definitely learn your worth and value, because other people can see your worth and value, but sometimes you may not be able to see it for yourself, and that's going to be the lesson for you. Do not equate money to your worth and value. Also watch for frivolous spending. Not so much for you, because you have Saturn and Virgo, so sometimes you could be a little frugal. But if in the case that, Leo kind of steps in there, just be sure that we're not overly spending or overindulging on ourselves that much too. The universe is going to definitely test your patience, so ask yourself when enough is enough. Not only can this help you towards your healing journey, but this can help you to establish your worth and value more too. You may be an entrepreneur. You definitely may build something from the ground up. With Saturn being in the 2nd house, especially with it being in Virgo, you may have to put in the work. All right. But I will say with that North Node here too in the 2nd house, definitely learning not undervaluing yourself, but learning when enough is enough at this, when you're dealing with certain people, that will definitely help you to move forward on your journey. Okay, with Pluto being in the third house too, very transformative thoughts that you have here, very transformative mindset here, very powerful communication. Other people definitely like what you have to say, and it is the truth, you know, and this can definitely be incorporated into your career status, legacy, and life's work. With your MC falling into the ninth house, anything that you do share, rather it be information, rather it be your opinion, just back it up with experience, because that's really what's really going to make that Pluto stand out. That's what's going to help you stand in your power there. And your MC is sitting at the apex of a major yacht. So your career status, legacy, and life's work does have to deal with finding your own philosophy, your own experience, definitely getting your own experience, but really finding your own meaning of life. Just be sure not to rush through that process since it is in Aries, and not be too impulsive with your spiritual journey. Okay? Let's see here. Now, we do have Uranus in that fourth house here. That can definitely indicate an absent parent. Let's see here. It could be father, but there is no aspect showing me, like, if it's an aspect to the moon, it could be the mother. If there was an aspect to the father, it could be Saturn or the sun. But there is no aspect, but it usually does indicate an absent parent here. But for the most part with Uranus and Scorpio, father was emotionally absent. Gotcha. Yeah, it does indicate an unconventional upbringing here. Also could have been transformative for you since it is in Scorpio. Sudden transformative changes definitely could have happened there. Just be sure that this is helping you towards your transformation journey. There is a lot for you to heal from. Sometimes you may find that suddenly things are coming from below the surface and they're rising up. Just be sure to face that head on, okay? Also, pay attention to any ideas that may come about during this time, because this actually can lead towards ways to help other people heal as well. All right, let's see here. We have Neptune in the fifth. Just watch for escapism during this time. If you enjoy having fun, just watch out for escapism. But establishing some connection with the universe can definitely help you towards your ascendant as well. Now, this is catering more towards teaching, learning through ancient texts as well. With Neptune in Sagittarius, you may desire to learn your own meaning of life, to understand your life purpose more. And that's something that will definitely be revealed to you through your career status, legacy, and life's work as well. Just be sure to face your philosophy, finding the meaning of life, finding your own belief systems through a realistic standpoint as well, instead of just like giving it up to the universe, because then things may pass and may make you more confused as well too. And since it's throwing a square to your Mercury here in Pisces, I feel like you naturally have a connection with the universe, but sometimes just leaving it up to the universe may put you at a standstill. So just be sure to tap into that logic side as well too. With Venus being in Capricorn in your seventh house here, Venus in the seventh house, just watch for people pleasing here. Connections may not go as planned before your Saturn return. Usually after your Saturn, let's see here, because this is actually your sixth house, so just kidding. But for relationships, though, since you do have Saturnian influence in your seventh house, you may find that after your Saturn return, this is when you get the ball moving. But do watch out for people pleasing, especially within your day-to-day, since Venus is in your sixth. If you're diabetic, definitely watch out for your intake of sweets. But with your seventh house being in Sagittarius, you may yearn to be understood in the connection. So just be sure here that you're forming that relationship with yourself, especially since Mars is here too. But any one-to-one conflicts or one-to-one interactions that you have with other people, just be sure to keep it between the one-to-one, okay? But also with Venus and Capricorn in the sixth house, just be sure not to overgive yourself to your detriment, okay? Also be sure to have that relationship with yourself, since it does aspect your ascendant. I have transit Saturn opposite natal Saturn. Let's see here. So Saturn is in Pisces. Oh, yeah. So right now you're definitely learning how to transform and really learning how to prioritize your healing journey. Now is a great time. And Saturn's also transiting over your sun too. So you may feel more restricted within your personality. Certain things could be coming from below the surface during this time too. Do not try to micromanage things that are outside of your control. Let it flow. Let it go with the flow. If it's meant to happen, it's going to happen, okay? Let's see here. Already dealt with Pisces, already did Aries. So last but not least, before I let you go, we do have Chiron and Taurus in that 10th house there. So this is wounds pertaining to your worth and value in regards to your career status, legacy, and life's work. Perhaps maybe early on when you wanted to do something, or when you told somebody what you wanted to do, it was always met with this like kind of projection in a sense, like, oh, you can't do that, or it's very hard to do that, or whatever. For you, anything is possible, okay? First and foremost, you just need to know that you are worthy and valuable of doing that thing, and also just have patience when accomplishing these goals of yours, okay? But you can definitely accomplish whatever it is that you set your mind to, and this is actually not only going to help you to heal yourself, but to heal other people. Just be open to other people helping you on your career status, legacy, your career journey, is because you're not meant to do this alone, since Venus has an aspect over your 10th house, or an influence, I should say, over your 10th house too. Part of your career, what you can do, since Venus is 9 places from your 10th house, you can do something within higher education. You can definitely also do something within spirituality. You can be a big business owner as well. You could be an entrepreneur, since it is in Capricorn as well, or run your own business, making a name for yourself as well, okay? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank y'all. Hence my no support system, hence my empty 11th house. So support systems can definitely come through the 2nd, the 5th, the 8th, and the 11th as well too. No, readings are closed for today. I just have 4 more readings to go. Then I'll be back Monday or Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. But if in the case that you'd like to book a private reading, you could just go to the link in my bio, Universal Analysis, okay? Let's see here. Saturn in the 10th, Leo. So when Saturn's in the 10th house, I have this natally, but not in Leo. When Saturn's in the 10th house, it does make you work a lot just to get some status in your life, but you're working to make a name for yourself here. Saturn really wants you to bring some organization, consistency, and structure around your career, status, legacy, and life's work. When it is in Leo, it wants you to become confident in the things that you're doing. It also wants you to express yourself and to put yourself out there despite what other people have to say about it as well. But you're meant to be an authority figure. You're definitely meant to be in a higher status of some sort. Because usually when you have Saturn in the 10th, it does bring some type of prestige with what it is that you're doing. Okay, let's see who's next. Let's see who's next. Let's see who's next. Sage. And Los Angeles, California. And you were born May 31st and a year. And you were born at a time in a morning. Okay, let's see here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Sage, let's see. Aries Ascendant, first of the day. Let's see what you got going on down here. Sun 10 Gemini, Moon 11 Taurus, Mercury 1 Cancer, Venus 7 Gemini, Mars 19 Gemini, Jupiter 23 Taurus, Saturn 23 Taurus as well. Come on, conjunction. Uranus 20 Aquarius retrograde, Neptune 6 Aquarius retrograde, Pluto 11 Sagittarius retrograde, North Node 27 Cancer retrograde, Chiron 14 Sagittarius retrograde, Ascendant 28 Aries, MC 17 Capricorn. Could be spiritually protected here. 1717 can serve as an angel number for you if you're into numerology or angels. 3:28 a.m. Oh, it says 3:31 here. Give me 1 second. I gotta type it all over again. Oops, 38. So 38 a.m. 3:38. Okay. All right, and I gotta type this again. Los Angeles, California, Sage. Okay. Did anything change? Not necessarily. Just the ascendant. Ascendant 0 Taurus retrograde. Well, the ascendant's not retrograde, so cut that out. But the ascendant's at a critical degree. And MC is 18 Capricorn. Oh, well, you never know. The minutes can make a difference. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So you're a Taurus ascendant. So you got a lot going on in that Taurus energy, don't you? Oh, no worries. No worries. It happens. Okay, let's see here. So in this lifetime, you're definitely meant to focus on establishing your worth and value, material possession, as well as giving back to yourself through self-nourishment, filling back your own cup. Immediate family can definitely be important here, as well as catering to whatever it is that you would like to do in terms of artistry, expressing yourself, or through what you have as well too. Now, I will say with Taurus ascendant, they can tend to be a little stubborn, but with your chart ruler being 2 places from itself, it's at its pavam, or its highest expression. So you can definitely do something in terms with communication, developing your skills, forming a sense of community, as well as your siblings, your cousins, your immediate environment can definitely have a major influence on your path. Let's see. I'm super close to my mom and brother. How about that? Said the cat. All right. Very emotionally stable here with Moon and Taurus. It's in its exalted state. But with Jupiter here, Jupiter and Saturn are both in Taurus here too. So there's an abundance of knowledge, and there's definitely an abundance of experience that you're kind of bringing in into this lifetime as well. Can definitely make you very wise. Well, I will say here, sometimes you may feel restricted in expressing yourself as well. Whatever it is that you're planning to do, whatever action you're planning to take, it just needs some organization and structure behind it as well as consistency too. Whatever it is that you would like to accomplish, you need to stay consistent with it. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. All right. You definitely have the energy to put it in, but you just need to keep up with it as well. Okay. With your second house, we have Venus, the Sun, we have Mars as well. Is Mercury there too? No. Okay. So with Venus, Sun, and Mars in the second house, just watch for impulsive spending here with Mars being in that second house there. With Mars also here gives you a lot of energy and drive to go after establishing your worth and value. Universe definitely may test you from time to time. Just ask yourself when enough is enough. Do not rush to establish your worth and value. Do not rush to feel worthy of something as well. Now, you do have a lot of ideas. Jack of all trades, master of none, but you can always do it better than the master of one. Your ideas can definitely be a source of income for yourself as well. Now, I also will say with Venus being in Gemini too, in terms of relationship, you need somebody who's going to stimulate you. You do require a lot of stimulation, and you do require somebody who you can converse with, somebody who you can definitely learn new things with as well, because you're very curious as an individual yourself. It's actually what you're becoming with your sun placement here. But I will say with Venus here, you just need somebody who's going to match that energy too. With stability, this can be something that can make you financially stable, just as long as you don't overindulge. Self-splurge, and nothing wrong with it from time to time. Just don't self-splurge all the time to the point where you don't have any money here. Mercury having an influence on the second house just means that you would benefit from having multiple sources of income as well too, okay? With Mercury in Cancer in your third house, definitely don't be afraid to speak up in regards to sharing your opinion, sharing your thoughts, but don't also be afraid to share how you feel about certain things as well, because you're meant to do that with Mercury in Cancer. Also listen to your intuition too. You're going to get a lot of intuitive nudges from time to time as well too. With your North Node being in Cancer, I will say it is really important that you're focusing more on your personal life, developing your intuition, processing your feelings and your emotions, and feeling them through. It is also very important that you're communicating that out with close people as well. With North Node being in the third house, you could be a jack of all trades master, but not master of one, but you could always do it better than the master. No, jack of all trades, master of none, but you'll always do it better than the master of one. There we go. But with your North Node being in the third house, it is really important that you are attracting your own community. You can go out and find your own community, but this community has to be somebody or people that you emotionally resonate with as well too. What was I going to say? I completely forgot. Love the quote. I've never been told the full one before. Oh yeah, jack of all trades, master of none, but you can always do better than the master of one. Very shy, especially starting university. It's hard for me to make friends. I'm sure that you will definitely be fine, but just be sure that you're finding the right people that emotionally resonate with you as well. Now, speaking about friendships, I just want to hop to that 11th house real quick too, because you do yearn to be understood in connections as well, and you may fantasize about having friends as well too. This is something that can actually happen for you here, but you have to be willing to understand yourself and understand why it is that you are different. You have a lot of gifts within you, and you're very smart and very intellectual too. You just have to vibe with the right people. That does not mean going out within groups of people and putting yourself out there. Sometimes this just means opening yourself to receptivity, which all does talk about that Venus in the second house too. So opening yourself to allowing other people to come to you instead of you going out to search for them, that actually may bring you some long-lasting connections. All right, let's see here. Nothing in Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Okay, Sagittarius in that 8th house there. We have Pluto, and we also have Chiron as well. Pluto here just really wants you to let go of things that no longer serve you, because if it doesn't, then this can bring transformation into your life, and it may do it in a very brutal and harsh way. With Chiron here, with this being in Sagittarius, these are wounds that can definitely run deep, because you could have grown up with a religion, a certain belief system that didn't quite resonate with you, but you are urged to go find your own belief system, system, your own philosophy, your own meaning of life, your own truth, whatever that may mean to you. That's what's going to help you to step into your power. And once you find that, not only is that going to heal you, but it's actually going to heal others as well. This could actually help you to find out your worth and value too, because you sometimes you may ask, am I really deserving? Am I really worthy of this? Yes, you are. But it's up for you. It's up to you for you to see that within yourself. Okay. Also, did I miss anything? No. All right, that's pretty much it for that. Capricorn MC, you're meant to teach the collective how to put in the work. So when it comes to your career status, legacy, and life's work, it may be a little bit hard for you to get to where you want to get to at the time that you would want to get to, because with Capricorn, anytime when Capricorn has an influence on that 10th house or the MC, it's usually going to come after some sort of hard work has been put in. Since Capricorn's in your 9th household sign, this also has to deal with finding a philosophy or finding a belief system that is secure, that is stable, that has some type of system to it. You may definitely dive into a more traditional belief system, whatever may work for you there, but this is actually part of your MC. You're meant to share your experience with that too. With your MC ruler being 5 places from itself, you can actually be a great teacher. You may express to other people what your beliefs may be and the benefits that can come with that as well. Just don't be afraid to share your full story with that as well too, your testimony, if that resonates with you. With your 10th house being in Aquarius, in regards to your 10th house, you definitely need some sort of independence in your career status, legacy, and life's work. Whatever you may be doing, this could be something that is quite revolutionary, something that's quite innovative, something that not many people know how to do. Perhaps maybe you're the first to do it. Okay, so don't be afraid to listen to your ideas because they are quite innovative as well. Your friends, groups, networks, and organizations can definitely help you out in this department. You may fantasize or may have visions about what it is that you're meant to do in regards to your career. This will definitely be shown to you in due time, but do establish a connection with the universe, God, source, however you choose to identify it, because this will definitely guide you more towards what it is that you're meant to do here. You definitely also have effortless energy towards that 2nd house in Gemini, so pay attention to those ideas too, okay? Because the universe can also be giving you ideas to manifest at a later time, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. Yes, how do we read these? I want to learn. I was thinking about holding a class like before. If you guys are open to a class, let me know. But I just don't want to hold a class and like 5 people show up. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to get set in stone my world and beliefs, and others try to take advantage. Well, here's the thing, because Capricorn is ongoing lessons. It is definitely hardships, so you will naturally be tested in that arena. However, through those tests, you start learning more about yourself, more about certain people. You start learning more about your belief system, what's real, what's not holding up. So it's really just finding what best works for you, if that makes sense, okay? The first in your family to do marine biology. Ooh, how was that? I knew somebody who did marine biology, but we don't keep in contact that much anymore. I do hope that you enjoy it, though. Thanks so much. I love how you read charts. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Charlotte. Is Charlotte here? Okay. Oh, Charlotte's here. Great. If I can spell. All right. Boston, Massachusetts. Sorry, I just froze a little right there because I just have to charge my phone. Let me charge my phone. I gotta get home. I'm gonna get my charger. Be right back. All right. Where can we sign up for classes? Well, I haven't done the classes yet. I have done a course online, and you can find it if you go to the link in my bio under TRZO. It's called the TRZO Database, and I have everything that you need to know in regards to astrology, numerology, tarot, spirituality, in regards to chakras, and the universal laws as well. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to work, but we are going to try. All right. All right, here we go. Charlotte, we're still on you. Here we go. All right, come on, Aquarius Ascendant. You're the second Aquarius Ascendant today. That's rare for me. All right, let's see what's going on down here. All right, Sun 6 Capricorn, Moon 16 Aquarius, Mercury 20 Sagittarius, Venus 21 Aquarius, Venus is at a critical degree. Mars 22 Cancer retrograde, Jupiter 13 Libra, Jupiter is at a critical degree. Saturn 15 Aquarius, Uranus 17 Capricorn, Neptune 18 Capricorn, Pluto 24 Scorpio, North Node 20 Sagittarius retrograde, Chiron 23 Leo retrograde, Ascendant 27 Aquarius, MC 12 Sagittarius. Is there a hair in my mouth? All right. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. What you're meant to do in this lifetime is you're really meant to move towards friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. Definitely pay attention to any ideas that you may have. This can help you to execute any future endeavors to make your dreams a tangible reality. With Venus being in your first house, just watch for people pleasing, definitely adding charm and charisma to your personality. But I will say here, with Venus being in Aquarius, in terms of relationships, you may yearn to be understood. You may want a friendship prior to getting in a relationship, or you may choose to have an unconventional way of dating or approaching relationships as well. With Moon being in Aquarius, just be sure not to over-intellectualize your feelings rather than feel them through as well too. You may approach processing your emotions a bit different than other people, but for the most part, this is something that it could feel that sometimes your emotions are quite covert or hidden, but I will say for you, just be sure to feel them through. This is actually what makes them more conscious for you. With Saturn also being in your first house, any action that you're taking towards your career status, legacy, and life's work, and your future goals, you just need some structure and organization around them. It could be a little hard for you to figure out your sense of identity, independence, especially early on. This is something that's actually getting better over a span of time. I just scratched myself. Owie. All right, here we go. Now, also, it is very important to have a relationship with yourself, because with Chiron and Leo here in your 7th household sign, I can sense that early on you tried to have relationships with people that did not have your best intention at heart. This could have been karmic relationships as well, too. With this placement, first and foremost, it's learning how to have that connection with yourself. Also, learning how to express yourself and to be confident and to put yourself out there despite what other people are saying. I feel as though that some people tried to dim your light early on. Sometimes you could have dimmed your own light. Is Chiron retrograde? Yeah. With Chiron retrograde, especially within Leo, sometimes this can bring about self-sabotaging energy too. So just watch out with that. But once you are confident within yourself, this is when you attract a relationship that is best beneficial for you, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. Nothing in Pisces, nothing in Aries, nothing in Taurus, nothing in Gemini. Mars in Cancer. You need to face your emotions head on. Same with Moon in Aries. If in the case that you bottle up your emotions, this can definitely lead to violent outbursts and lashing out. We wouldn't want that, okay? Very protective over your family or people that you consider to be close. But with Mars in the 5th house, it's actually a lot of energy and drive towards trying to build up your confidence, trying to put yourself out there, and really just trying to enjoy life's recreation too. In terms of love and romance, just don't rush in or out of flings or dating at all, because that can lead to a lot of accidents, okay? Let's see what else. Mars in the 5th can bring competition in like sports or a competitive way. So if you're into that, that's actually a good beneficial placement. However, I will say, since it does trine Pluto here, just be sure to not be too impulsive or spontaneous. That can actually lead to transformation, okay? Nothing in Virgo. Jupiter in Libra in your 9th house here. Now, you have a lot of opportunity and a lot of experiences to really figure out your philosophy, your meaning of life, a certain belief system, or your life's purpose for you. Just allow other people to help you to figure out what that may be for you, because over time it may change. Not saying that it's like likely for that to happen, but other people can definitely broaden your horizons and help you to expand as well. You may also like traveling as well. You could also have an abundance of faith when things may not be going true or right in your life right now. But you do actually have a trine between the 1st and the 9th house, which is actually very beneficial. So Jupiter trine Saturn does make you an excellent student of life. When you're going through certain things that may not work in your favor, you always have faith that things will get better. And if the things didn't work out then there's something better for you on the horizon. All right, moving on. We do a Pluto in the 10th house sitting at the apex of a major T-square here. We're going to help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension, okay? You need to tap into your personal life, tapping into your worth and value as well. Definitely knowing that you are deserving and worthy of attracting the things that you would like to attract into your life as well. Definitely focusing on your personal development journey as well as getting to know yourself on a foundational level. Who are you truly? And definitely listening to your intuition as well. Getting better acquainted with your feelings and your emotions can definitely help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may be having. In regards to that Pluto and Scorpio in the 10th house here, you will definitely attract the best of both worlds. Call yourself Hannah Montana. You will attract people that really like you and people that may not like you, that may project onto you. Only reason is because you go through a lot of transformation within your life, that the universe is removing the mask from you. So much so that you are becoming your authentic self sometimes without you even realizing. Sometimes you may ask why other people are projecting, why other people are intimidated by you. Is because you are your most authentic self, especially when you are working in career, status, legacy, and life's work. It is just important not to give into the projection as well. Also, be sure to let go of anything that no longer serves you, letting go of anything that is no longer within alignment to step in your power, okay? Part of your mission in this lifetime is to share your experience with other people. You definitely may point the universe or the collective in a spiritual direction, okay? You're meant to share your story of some sort. You can actually be a great teacher. Other people may confide in you for advice or wisdom because you do have the experience that can help them out. So you may find that you're attracting people that can best cater to your need, or that you can best cater to them. Just checking if your North Node's in Sagittarius as well, because I am looking at a conjunction here. So with your conjunction with North Node being in Sagittarius as well, part of your mission is also to innovate, to really form a community within yourself, rather this be friends, groups, networks, and organizations, and really cater to the collective at large. And you're going to do so through maybe your belief system, maybe through figuring out your own meaning of life and expressing that out to other people. You'll find that you'll naturally attract the right people that are meant for you. You don't actually have to put in much work in that department, okay? With your 11th house ruler being 11 places from itself, this can actually be a means of gain for you once you feel comfortable sharing your story, okay? That T-square has been brutal, triggered by Saturn return. Oh, yeah, you ain't say nothing but a word. You ain't say nothing but a word. But does tap into those 4th house themes. That'll help you to alleviate any inner tension and conflict, okay? Last but not least, before I let you go, we do have Sun and Saturn. We have Uranus and Neptune as well. It is very important here that we are focusing on the lessons that we are learning pertaining to our spiritual journey here. Developing that connection with the universe is something that you also want to look into as well. Pay attention to your dreams or any visions that you have during the day as well, because they can definitely point you in a direction that can help you towards your personal development journey here too. With Uranus here, certain karmic dealings can definitely happen through hidden enemies, karmic aspects. This can actually happen through things that you are just unconsciously walking yourself into, you know? So just be sure here that through those karmic situations, that's actually going to help you on your spiritual journey here too. But with Uranus in the 12th house, this can also indicate to me that you may have a different approach to your spiritual connection with the universe, which is all fine. As long as it works out for you, that's all that matters, okay? Just be sure that there's also a balance between your spiritual development journey and your personal development journey as well, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part, Charlotte. Thank you. All right. 2 left. We have Zane and Minya, and then we're going to call it a weekend. Thank you so much, Troy. All right, let's see here. Zane's up next. And where was Zane born? By the river, in a little tent. Okay, there we go. All right, Los Angeles, California. And we have, oh, wow, we have another October birthday. I'm the 29th, so you're literally a week before me. 2010 and 229. All right, here we go. Is Zane here? Zane here? Just making sure. Aquarius. This is the 3rd Aquarius. I'm telling you. You just don't see Aquariuses or the Aquarius ascendant. Is Zane here? Oh, he's my son. Gotcha. Cool, cool, cool. So we're just going to take a look down here. Do you got any critical degrees? Yes, you do. Sun 29 Libra, critical degree. Moon 27 Aries, Mercury 3 Scorpio. Venus 9 Scorpio retrograde. Venus is at a critical degree. Mars 26 Scorpio. Jupiter 24 Pisces retrograde. Saturn 10 Libra. Uranus 27 Pisces retrograde. Neptune 25 Neptune 25 Aquarius retrograde. Pluto 3 Capricorn. North Node 6 Capricorn retrograde. Chiron 26 Aquarius retrograde. Ascendant 10 Aquarius. MC27 Scorpio. We have a lot of Aquarius and a lot of Scorpio here. Let's get to it. All right, in this lifetime, you're definitely meant to focus on friends, groups, networks, your organizations, and really executing your future endeavors. You may find that you are meant to work with the collective, not saying that you have to fit in, but you are standing out, but you're one star amongst a bunch of stars here. Now, your path moving forward may not be the clearest. You may feel confused as to what it is that you're meant to do, or maybe as to who you are. However, if you establish a connection with the universe, this is something that will definitely get better over a span of time, and it'll also guide you towards taking the right steps towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Now, sometimes you may find that being yourself may come with projection from other people, or you may find that other people are contributing to your wounds because you may not feel that you cannot be yourself. You may feel misunderstood. You may feel as though that you are rejected at some point in your life as well too. Be sure that you have an understanding for yourself, okay? It is really important to cater to understand yourself and cater towards what it is that you want to do, and not just following the crowd, not just following the collective as well. Because there is the tendency to want to make the world a better place, but you can't do that if you don't have a knowing of what it is that you would like to do to make that possible, if that makes sense, okay? Moving forward, let's see, your chart ruler is in two places. We have your chart ruler in the second house. You're going to learn a lot about your worth and value, giving back to yourself, filling up your own cup, as well as your immediate family can definitely be there for support. And then you're also looking towards your Saturn in the ninth house in Libra. So you're looking towards figuring out a certain philosophy, meaning of life, a certain belief system, figuring out your own truth, your life's purpose as well. Just be sure that you're allowing other people to give you perspective as to what that may be, because other people will definitely help you on that journey, okay? It's definitely something that's going to get better over a span of time, and Saturn here is going to give you a great blessing because it is exalted here. But you are definitely working into becoming that higher version of yourself, okay? Just be sure to balance that out with any information that you share with other people, since you have Moon in the third house in Aries. Also be sure to share your feelings, how you're feeling with other people. Definitely communicate your feelings out with other people too. Just be sure to face your feelings head on as well, because sometimes you have a tendency to bottle them up. That can lead to violent outbursts and lashing out. And of course, we won't want that now, do we? Okay? Moving on, we have Jupiter and Pisces in the second house, as well as Uranus. Sometimes money can come out as quick, just as much as it's going in. So there could be sudden changes with money here, but there's always an opportunity to bring in money for yourself. This can also talk about establishing your worth and value. That can come quite evident to you. Since Jupiter is in its home sign in Pisces, just be sure not to walk yourself into other people's drama or walking yourself into other people's energy, because there is the tendency to take on energy quite easily for yourself, okay? But I will say that you're naturally gifted spiritually here. You naturally have a great, strong intuition, and you could be in contact with the universe, or you may have encounters with spirit themselves. Definitely pay attention to your dreams, because they can reveal more to you as to what you are here to do, okay? Let's see, moving on. All right, nothing in Taurus, nothing in Gemini, nothing in Cancer, nothing in Leo, nothing in Virgo. Already went through Libra. Scorpio. All right, natural truth detector, natural lie detector, I should say here. You like to get to the bottom of things, and you can definitely use these skills within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Just be sure here to not over-obsess over your career, okay? Other people are definitely meant to help you out here. You're not meant to do this alone. In terms of relationships, you may yearn for a deeper connection, something that has intimacy, vulnerability, and can survive throughout the transformation and maybe the lows as well. With Venus also being in Scorpio, this can bring an inheritance, and this can also bring certain benefits within your career, status, legacy, and life's work, since Venus is having an influence on the 10th house. With Scorpio, though, it is really important not to control things that are outside of your control, because with Scorpio, that talks about things that are outside of our control, things that we cannot manage, things that just happen. He doesn't communicate much. He's in martial arts, so it helps him a lot. Yes, definitely finding an outlet to get out that communication or to express that feeling out definitely goes in hand with that Mars in Aries, that Moon in Aries too in the third house too. As long as he is getting that out and communicating that through whatever art that may be, that's all great there. Please don't show my date and time on the screen. I will definitely I will definitely do that. I would love to schedule a private reading. Do I have a website? I do. Go to the link in my bio under Universal Analysis, and then you can schedule from there. All right, let's see what else here. And then with Mars and Scorpio too, definitely a lot of energy and drive towards building a name for yourself, perhaps maybe catering towards career status, legacy, and life's work. Now with Mars and Scorpio, this is a very powerful position. Mars is the traditional ruler of Scorpio here. This means that you do need some type of independence within your career here. Since it's conjunct your MC here, you do have a lot of energy and drive to really help the collective step into their power to transform the collective for the better as well. But this means that Zayn's gonna go through his own transformation as well. So that means that he's gonna have to go below the surface, accept the darker aspects of life, as well as make peace with his past. Okay, but that's what's gonna help him to transform the collective too here. Just be sure to not be so impulsive around business or career dealings as well too, because that could be the shadow aspect of Mars here. Okay. Last but not least, before I let you go, we have Pluto and we have North Node in Capricorn. With Pluto in the 12th house, this could be a double-edged sword here. You can definitely have a powerful connection with spirit, definitely have a very powerful connection to your spiritual journey. However, you can sometimes over-obsess over the spiritual journey as well too, and not grounding yourself into reality, which can definitely hinder you a sense. But I will say, since your South Node is in Cancer, I'm not so concerned about stepping into reality. It's actually the opposite in a sense. Power can come when you learn how to spend time in solitude, when you spend time to yourself. But with North Node in Capricorn, it is just having a sense of faith and not being too realistic in reality. It is stepping kind of away from, the mundane and kind of having faith into your dreams, because he has the capability of making his dreams a tangible reality, but he now just needs to establish some faith and get rolling on that ball, and everything will just fall into alignment for there. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for his chart for the most part. Thank y'all. Pluto is a double-edged sword. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's see here. All right. I can't wait to see how this develops. Same here. Definitely keep me updated. He's not into anything spiritual now, but he loves being alone. So that's the first step. But right now, anything spiritual, because right now he is, let's see here, 2010, he is he's 12 turning 13. So this probably won't happen until after his first nodal return, which is at 18. Of course, of course. All right, so I got to turn you guys away real quick because Minya does not want her time shown, and I don't blame her. Okay, let's just see here. But you will see my hand and my rings. I'll tell you that. All right, let's see. What is this? Oh. All right. She was born by the river in a little tent. Yes. When was she born? She was born at a time and a place. You're the best astrology chart reading. So positive. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Tell your friends. All right, let's just see what you got going on here real quick. Okay, here we go. Sun's at 20 degrees Leo, Moon 6 Leo, Mercury 17 Virgo, Mercury's at a critical degree. Venus 12 Cancer, Mars 18 Gemini, Jupiter 28 Gemini, Saturn 20 Leo. Uranus 8 Scorpio, Uranus is at a critical degree. Neptune 13 Sagittarius retrograde, Pluto 12 Libra. North Node 17 Libra retrograde, Chiron 5 Taurus retrograde. Ascendant 0 Scorpio, Ascendant's at a critical degree, MC 6 Leo. All right, do I do rectification charts? I don't, unfortunately, because that's a lot, and I don't know. For me, there's so much that goes into rectification. But there was a website, and I can't think of it off the top of my head, that does rectification, but it's kind of AI based. So I'm like, if you go on Google, I'm sure it does come up. But to answer your question, I don't do rectification charts. I don't. All right, so let's see up here. Am I sweaty? What is this? Oh, that's a chart thing. Okay. Here we go. What does critical degree mean? Critical degrees are degrees of significant importance. So if you do have a critical degree, this can be the universe bringing some fated events or special lessons catered to that specific placement that you have. So say, for instance, if you have, actually, let's use Minya's chart real quick. Minya has Mercury 17 Virgo, and she is Scorpio ascendant by 0 degrees. So in her 11th house, this just means that her 11th house of friends, groups, networks, and organizations, the execution of her future endeavors, her mind, her communication, developing her skills, skills, as well as being of service to other people, helping other people, focusing on her physical development journey and her personal health. Those can all be critical themes, and those are things that she needs to pay extra special attention to. All right, but that's pretty much the gist of it. So any transits that transit over those specific placements, the universe can definitely bring a certain event, a person, a place, a thing, the nouns, and that can usually trigger something, but you're supposed to pay close attention to that because that could be leading you towards your evolution. All right, let's see here. We have Scorpio ascendant 0 degrees. So in this lifetime, you're definitely meant to focus on stepping into your power as well as prioritizing your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life and making peace with your past, letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment with you. That way you can get in alignment with your dharmic path, the path that you're meant to be on. With Uranus being in the first house, let me know if the universe does not let you be comfortable here. With Uranus in the first house, this can talk about any time when you feel that you know yourself, that you feel that you're gaining an identity, the universe usually shakes things up. But it's all for good reason. It's actually helping you towards your career status, legacy, and life's work. But we do have a bit of a conflict here since we do have your major T-square. So tapping into your private life, processing your feelings and your emotions, feeling your emotions rather than over-intellectualizing them, listening to your intuition, and getting to know yourself on a foundational level will definitely help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may have, especially with this Uranus placement there too. But pay attention to any ideas that you do come across because that can actually help you to manifest any future endeavors that you may have for yourself as well too, okay? You have 2 chart rulers here. First chart ruler is 9 places from itself, great placement tap. Oh, sorry, that's 8 placements from itself. So I will say letting go of anything that no longer serves you can help you to step into your power here, but just don't rush through your healing journey, especially with Mars being in that 8th house. Also with Mars and Gemini, watch for argumentative energy, debating energy too, depending on what other people's opinions may be, because that can actually hold you back too. All right, your second chart ruler is 12 places from itself there too. A lot of it's going to be about the unconscious, the subconscious reprogramming as well. You definitely may attract people that will try to tell you about your subconscious or your unconscious, the qualities that may not be the qualities that may not be too easy for you to see. But part of your mission in this lifetime, with especially your North Node here and Pluto conjunct that, is to become more aware of the unconscious, the unknown, but establishing trust within that unknown as well, establishing a connection with the universe as well as focusing on your spiritual journey. You may come across some karmic relationships here. Remember, not everybody has their best intention at heart, but I will say here, it's going to help you to step into your power once you heal from that, okay? Moving on to that second house, we do have Neptune here. You may envision being financially stable for yourself. Just be sure that we're watching out for frivolous spending. This can definitely happen for you, just as long as we are focusing on our worth and our value and going after those things in a realistic standpoint. Focusing on Jupiter as well. Jupiter in the 8th house can actually bring you an inheritance of some part, but I also will say here that usually comes after some transformation of anything. With Jupiter and Gemini, it could be transformation of your communication, transformation of your mind, shifting your mindset from a pessimistic to a more optimistic mindset as well too. Just some simple examples. Nothing in Capricorn, nothing in Aquarius, nothing in Pisces, nothing in Aries. We do have Chiron in Taurus in that 7th house here too. Another indicator of relationships that could have been a cause of your wounds. This could have definitely affected your worth and value. I'm hearing sirens. I'm taking that as some confirmation there. Now, I also will say here with Chiron being in Taurus, this can also bring karmic relationships for you. Just be sure first and foremost to have a relationship with yourself. With Chiron and Taurus, the universe will definitely test you here, so ask yourself when enough is enough. This will help you to further establish your worth and value here too. Now, I will say that once you start having that relationship with yourself, this can actually help you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people too. Okay? Already went over Gemini. Venus and Cancer in your 9th house here. With Venus in your 9th house, other people are definitely going to help you to figure out your belief system, figure out your way of life. It can also help you to figure out your worth and value when you find your life's purpose or you find your own meaning of life. This is something that has to resonate with you on an emotional level. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. In a relationship, you definitely yearn for nourishment. You definitely yearn for that emotional fulfillment within a connection as well. It is really important here that we're not overly giving. In a relationship, there needs to be that balance between giving and receiving, okay? With your 10th house, we have quite the party here. We have Moon, your MC, Sun, and Saturn. Just be sure within your career as well that you're doing something that you resonates with you emotionally. But part of your mission in this lifetime is to help the collective to become more confident and to put themselves out there, to express themselves. You are meant to be a motivator here, especially with your 10th house ruler being in the 10th house. You're meant to do this at a very high level. So the universe is naturally elevating you through the transformation that you're going through, because you're meant to be in a position of authority with this placement here. But you're also meant to have fun here too. With Saturn and Leo in the 10th house, a lot of work is going to be required in your career status, legacy, and life's work. It's not going to come easy. But after hard work, this is when Saturn usually gives you the blessings that last a very long time. Once you get the success and the status, you're able to maintain that with Saturn in the 10th house, which is quite the blessing here. Since it is conjunct your Sun, just making sure that that is an exact conjunction. It is. Since Sun is conjunct your Saturn placement here, this is a lot of Saturn's lessons are going to be reflected in your personality, okay? So, also be careful of how you express yourself, because sometimes that can actually be karmic, and that can actually lead to the masses having mixed emotions, mixed feelings, okay? Last but not least, before I let you go, we have Mercury in Virgo. We talked a little bit about it, but it's at the apex of a second T-square here. Just tapping into building up your confidence, expressing yourself, having a connection with the universe to further gain your confidence there too. This will actually help you towards executing any future endeavors that you have for yourself, okay? Watch for self-criticism and criticism of others as well, but naturally you're meant to be of service to other people through the communication or through your ideas as well. Be sure to write down your ideas, because you can actually make your ideas and turn them into a tangible reality, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right, everybody, this has been fun, but I'm going to go for today. So as I said, I'll be back on Monday or Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard, and I'll do some more readings. Readings are going to be $15. But if in the case that you want to book a private reading, go to the link in my bio under Universal Analysis, and then you can see what I offer from there. I usually do readings on Mondays and Thursdays, okay? So Mondays and Thursdays from 1 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 to 4 Eastern Standard Time, all right? But until further ado, I fare thee well. Take care and happy weekend. Bye-bye.